45 seconds. $30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
We're going to make the pills that you get addicted to that will kill you. And then once you've taken too many of those pills, there's only one thing. Only Narcan can bring you back in that quickly, that efficiently, right?
Oh, but that happens all the time. I mean,
so,
how many
that's so
times have you
crazy.
said...
That'd be like someone like saying like the big farm would invent like a virus and then come out with a therapy that only they allowed you to use that made a lot of money just to fix this virus.
Oh, we just did that. Oh, and then we're in the 37th minute, aren't we? Wow.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Hold. Like Braveheart. Hold. There we go. Welcome, everybody. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge show, Wednesday, November 15th, 2023. Geez, I hate to sound like an old-timer, but man, the year's almost over.
Sure is.
Flying
So is
by.
our lives.
T-shirt will 25 on the cash app.
Wow, that's a little weird.
Yeah, I know.
What do you mean? We mean so is our lives.
Well, you just think about how fast time is going and how it continues to accelerate.
I did see an article that I'll talk about today, which Greg and Amy, look at them. My little Bubba Army
sweet.
flag, love them. I've been following them on Facebook. Somebody's got their dog boxer with a Bubba Army hat on. I did see that, like, poor Greg.
What?
Poor happened to be that
What?
guy. Amy was like, this is why I love this man. And he was up like on a 30, 40, 50-foot roof hanging Christmas lights. Like what all of us men are supposed to do. But what we should do is just hire somebody. Don't they have services? I think they literally have services.
They do.
That will come in and either hang
it's called Cold Big Red.
Well, no. They'll either hang your stuff for a fee, or they have their own stuff, like this bit, like, hey, you know what? You don't own it. They own it. They're like, you know what? I want, like, Anna, if you wanted to decorate your house, right? I know your man would do it, but let's say you're an old timer, right?
Sure.
And a lot of rich people don't want to store all of, like, if you really go all out for Christmas, that's a lot of stuff.
It is.
That's, it's like if you have like little reindeers in the
giant nativity scene.
Yeah.
You got to get the inflatables because at least you can kind of, store those more
they're
tightly.
still pretty big.
I mean, I still want to price out like a 20-foot, what's that, flailing arm?
Yeah.
A Bubba Army guy, and put it on top of the roof and see how fast FAA will be down here. But then again, maybe I don't want to have the FAA down here.
Yeah, you don't want them sniffing
Maybe you don't
around.
want them sniffing around. But you know what? If you put it on the corner right here, over here, like this would be. Let me see. No, let me see if I can get my directions. Nobody help me. So that would be west, and that would be south. On the southwest corner of the building,
above Merch's office,
right above that's the Watchman Tower.
Yes,
that's the Sniper's Tower. Right above the Sniper's Tower. If you put it there, that's probably how wide is the building? 60 feet.
I think we measured it last.
Yeah, so that's 60 feet less as close to the planes coming in. Now the planes when they're using the backup runway at Tampa International. When
they get close,
they get pretty damn, like, honest to God, I'm not gonna ever do this, but like you could almost, not that you could time it and throw a softball to hit it, because by the time you threw it, it would completely be past it. But if you could throw a softball that far, I don't know if you could time it to hit it, but you could throw a baseball. You could throw a baseball, and if you were on top of our roof, not necessarily on the ground, but if you're on top of our roof here at the studios, at BRN Studios, you could throw a baseball. Not that you'd hit it, but you could throw it far enough to hit a plane.
Oh yeah, it would get really close.
So if we put the flailing arm, Bubba Army Man in the very southwest corner, we're already saving 50 some feet from being that much. We're that much further from the incoming on their final glide. You don't understand. I'm very familiar with aviation, as probably a lot of you are, but
I am by proxy.
Yeah, you are. You have aviation. You have aviation inside of you sometimes.
Sometimes, yes.
Yes. And so what I'm saying is, Lummy, I wonder if a flailing arm Bubba Army deal would be something that would be a problem. Because you understand, when you're, like I said about aviation, when you're on your final glide slope, that's their wheels are down, and they're probably what, Lummy? How many feet will you say? Maybe 80 feet.
Yeah, if that. I mean,
they might be 60 to 70 feet from the, wheels to the ground. But when they pass our warehouse, they're 60, 70 feet. So they've committed into landing that thing. The only thing that they could do, Lummy, to save it, if they had to abort a landing, I just farted. Did you hear it?
Yes, I did.
I did. It sounded like it bubbled up in your pants.
I've been having some ass issues.
Oh no.
I blew out an O-ring yesterday, Lummy. Yeah, I blew out an O-ring.
Blood everywhere.
Blood everywhere. Looked like a murder scene. Looked like somebody with a botched abortion, a coat hanger, and a Tylenol.
Have you been constipated?
Well, see, here's the deal.
Too hard.
Here's the deal. I would be fine if I have, I lay my pills out in 2-week increments. You know what I'm saying? I got Lummy, those big pill containers.
Oh yeah.
And so I lay it out on.
How many of those do you have?
Of the pill
I feel
containers?
like you've given me
4.
2.
I got 4. I got 4 because I buy new ones every once in a while. Because you know what? The hinges, the things that the hinges start wearing out.
I got you.
The actual, you press a button and the little top pops up. Mm-hmm. Well, after a while, those wear out so that when you go to jam your top down, it won't stick.
Especially when you use yours every day, all the time.
Especially when yours is designed to have about 20 pills and you got about 37 of them in there.
Yeah.
And so literally,
and
the top is screaming. So anyway, I wouldn't have my ass is bleeding. I blew out an O-ring. I wouldn't have any of that problem right now if I just did my pill regimen. See, I set aside pills for Saturday and Sunday. Those are far different than my Monday through Friday setup. My Monday through Friday pill regimen is, probably four pills different. There's 4 pills that I would take Monday through Friday that I would not take on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh.
Those are just, those are my setup pills, Lemmy.
But you always have TT night. Right.
But those pills aren't included in my morning regimen.
Understood.
So my morning regimen is my morning regimen. And that's about 35 pills. And then my night regiment, which I try to take right at 4 o'clock. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 pills. From what? That's my TT9 night regiment. My 4 o'clock.
Plus the swig of
try
NyQuil.
to pass myself out.
Yeah.
Plus usually chase it with a NyQuil, and sometimes I'll throw 2 Benadryls on there just for just to say I did. Hello,
nice.
Good morning, Leslie and Tom. I didn't know there was a Leslie and Tom. There was a Chuck and Leslie, an Ed and Leslie, and Ed, Leslie, and Chuck, but I didn't know that there was a Leslie and Tom. Well, thank you. I'm looking at Facebook right now, and there seems to be a Leslie and Tom on there.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Leslie and Tom. So, if you're on the final glide slope, the only thing a plane could do if they're at our building and needed to abort it is they would throttle it up, full throttle. Full throttle, and pull out, and then do a reapproach. But taking off is where you're really the most screwed.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Well, you're the most vulnerable. I've often told, like Merch Crick is deathly afraid of flying.
So I give her gummies and tell her the plane's going to crash?
Yeah, that's right. I did give her gummies one time and told her that
they're going to come get her.
They were going to come get us.
They know. You're like, they know.
The plane was hardly, it was Tampa to Indy, and it was a nighttime Southwest Willie, and it was like an 8 o'clock. We were going to get into Indy around 11:30. So, there was nobody on the plane.
Of course.
Did she start crying?
She started crying.
You have it on video somewhere.
That's what, you know what? I should post that.
She's crying.
Well, just because, Lummy, we're getting ready to, we're only, I don't know if you know or not, but we're only 275 people away from 100,000 subscribers on YouTube and getting our trophy.
And Merch Crick crying get us to 100,000.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
We were flying to Indiana, and one of the Bubba Army, Lummy. The Bubba Army's the greatest.
Yes, they are.
They're always passing me stuff. Like the last time, I don't know who it was. Might have probably Mushroom Mitch. He's got most of the stuff. Somebody passes me gummies that came from Colorado, and the thing about it is the gummies I take are great. But, some of the dispensary gummies are really good, too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So, somebody gave me, these Delta 9s.
Whoa.
Somebody gave me a big, I might even still have them around here. And they say, the one thing with the Delta 9 deal is, Indiana, by far, I'm telling you right now, 49 states in the United States of America would legalize marijuana in some type of way, whether it be for medicinal.
Close.
Did I say it right?
I like the way you're saying it better, actually.
Medicinal.
Yeah. I like
How
that
you
better.
really say it?
Medicinal.
Okay. Whether it's for medicine or it's recreational, that seems to be the only 2 ways you can go with marijuana, right? So the little bit more conservatives, not as liberal states go with it. Medically, you have to get your medical card. You got to go to the dispensary. You got to renew your medical card every year. You got to have a doctor.
I feel like everybody is using it for, quote, medicinal purposes.
Sure. It doesn't matter.
But yeah,
exactly.
people just want to get high.
Even recreational people have to. So if you live in a medicinal state, you got to say, I got a back crick here and a neck crick here, and I got anxiety and I can't fall asleep. They tell you what to say.
Yeah. They feed it to you.
Yeah, they're like,
"All right,
Mr. Clem, you have a hard time sleeping. Yep, do.
All right.
So, Mr. Clem, is it true that you have extreme back pain from a sprint car wreck you got? Yep, I do. Is it true, Mr. Clem, that you have anxiety sometimes when you have to do? Yes, I got yes. Yes.
Central Florida Fishing Journal, $9.99.
Yes. Prescribe me the most milligrams allowed by man. So, I'm telling you right now, Indiana is by far the most uptight state in the history of the United States of America, and all 49 states could go marijuana is cool, and whether they lock it down for the medicine part or they open it up recreationally, Indiana will be it's going to have to be a federal law before Indiana, the bunch of uptight politicians from Indiana
it's
treat
like
the fine
fun
people.
Police, like Pence and
people from Indiana are some
abortion.
of the coolest people ever, and like you're trying to keep them down.
Yeah.
On abortion, the two things that really are
the coolest, pretty much.
Right.
They got
two
Narcan.
things. The two things that are super cool.
They got Narcan.
Abortion,
death, and drugs.
Abortion.
Sorry.
And weed. I mean, our society needs both.
Yes.
And I mean, that's the only thing that even some of us out is the ability to suck it out and get high. Woo!
Speaking of politicians, we will be having that woman running for Congress in Tennessee. She'll be on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Locked in.
Thank you for that.
Yep.
Was she taking, was she kind of, did she think it was kind of cool a Florida station wanted to talk to her?
Yeah. I
first
spoke to her campaign manager, and then she forwarded me to the actual woman. So.
And then I'd like for you to get me the campaign information where people can donate, because I'm going to donate like $100 or something.
Awesome.
Just
I think
to
it's
her
just
campaign.
her main webpage.
Okay.
There's probably a donate now button.
If you could maybe, just give me that information.
Yeah. You
So
want
I
me
can
to
do
send
that.
to you now, or just email
just,
to you?
Just like email it like whenever you get it.
Got it.
Today, tomorrow, whenever.
KK.
So let me the most crucial part of I got these Delta 9s, and they the Delta 9s or the Delta 8s, whatever. I am right here. Hold on, stand by.
They may be labeled as Delta 9 and actually be Delta 8.
Let me. This is what we took. It's called Rebel 250 milligrams THC
No way.
Delta 9.
Whoa.
Okay, now this is what I took. Okay, and it's a real fancy, like a real nice, hard container, and it's got like the child-proof Willie on it.
Oh yeah, those did me dirty twice.
I gotta tell you something.
I didn't like
I hate to get squirreled, but some of the caps, the safety caps that they put on stuff nowadays, I feel as if, now listen, I go to the gym. I'm kind of strong. Like, I mean, I'm not, like,
little bitch.
I'm not as strong as Mach and, my boy Adam from Fenderworks, but, let me, I'm certainly not, I have far more strength than Grandpa that's at the nursing home.
Oh, of course.
Right? So, but I got to tell you, sometimes I can't get things open because they got to squeeze here and pop this. And
a lot of times those things break too.
Yeah.
So you're just
You gotta
spinning
push
it
down.
forever.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous.
I
I can
know.
do the push down ones, but they got these ones where you got to line the arrows up and then you got to
Yeah.
pop them. Be like,
Oh, yeah.
They break a
please.
lot. I swear to God.
Jesus. So anyway, now Lummy, this says that it's legal in all 50 states.
I guess Rhett was trying to.
Oh, Rhett, I'm
Pipe in
so
on the
sorry,
Delta.
Rhett. I'm so Rhett.
I mean,
Rhett,
he is our resident.
Rhett, you know what, Rhett? The thing is, I've been used to you being on
Sorry.
Macho Man.
No, I
Macho's,
get it. I
Macho's
get
is
it.
wide open.
Who's
And I didn't
back
have-
today, right?
He is. And by the
Close
way,
car.
Macho Man, you can screw off, you pumped up little bastard, by saying that there's some kind of buzz or something in your guys' two microphones, because Rhett sounds like God right now. Say hi, Rhett.
Hey, Bubba.
I mean, he's processed nicer than me. God, that's a warm tone. That's nice. So I don't even want to hear you in your belly aching that you guys got a broken down mic processor, because you guys sound great. In fact, I'd take maybe Rhett's mic processor and give it to me.
Oh yeah.
You guys got the best mic process in there right now. What were you going to say, Rhett?
Oh, God. I don't even remember. I'm
Was it about
sorry.
weed?
I'm so sorry.
Lummy, you made
Smoking
me.
weed, Delta 9s.
Lummy,
Oh,
you
was the
made-
Delta? I was going to ask. I'm sorry. I just remembered.
All right.
So you had said 250 milligrams. Is it 250 for that entire container or per gummy?
It says 25 milligrams THC.
Okay, so 10 pieces at 25 mils.
Right.
Big difference in.
But hold on. So
slab of 250.
I've taken non-Delta 9 gummies, just straight gummies from, that don't try to even hide behind the Delta 9 deal.
How much?
do you-
were-
I don't
And now hold
understand what
on,
you mean
and
hiding
like the
behind.
little gummies that I get, those are like 75 milligrams of THC.
What was
There's
the one
no
in,
way.
What was the one in Vegas that you got?
I don't- like this 25,
Oh, okay.
but like the little ones that I get are between 60 and 75 milligrams.
Do you know
of
that for a
THC.
fact? I feel like
Yes,
they might be homemade.
I do.
No, they make them that potent.
Oh,
Mine's been tested.
gotcha.
So these Delta 9 25, it says 25 milligrams of THC. Well, I'm like, well, listen, the gummies I take are like 75, 80, and they really, really do me right. But I know they don't do me wrong in the fact that I'm all freaked out and I'm kabukied and I'm like I have anxiety and like I'm freaked out and then I'm too high. No, they're perfect. So I look at these things and I'm like, you know, these things are walk in the parks. First of all, it says, jar is made from hemp. It says it says right here on the label, 50 states legal, federally compliant. It says that on the thing. So I'm thinking, hold on, anything that's legal.
It's hemp derived. Yeah, that's the workaround.
But hold on, but
it's not technically marijuana.
I'm thinking, okay, it's 25 milligrams of THC. I'm used to doing 75. And it's legal in all 50 states, including backward-ass Indiana. So, like, this can't be nothing. This can't be nothing. So, me and the Merch Crick, we half one. We take a one and just do it in half. So now I'm thinking, not only do I have one of these pussy-ass ones that's available in Indiana, which, you know, but I'm taking half of it. Like, you know, this ain't going to do nothing for me, Lummy. Like, nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, these things are unbelievable. They had me and the Merch Crick so kabukied out. So we're flying, and she's like so jacked up. She's just straight junked, Lummy. Hit the wall like Dale Sr. She's just straight junked, and I start then messing with her. You know, like, Lummy, if you were drunk or Rhett was really, really high, it's not uncommon for your friends. It's not uncommon for your friends to start screwing with you, messing with you.
Of course.
They really love you. Yeah, they do.
That's right.
And so I'm like, Merch, or Erica. She's like, what? Oh, my God, I'm so. And she starts getting anxiety because she's afraid to fly anyway. And I'm like, listen, you're making such a we're carrying on, and we're laughing and having a good time, like really just, you know, having a good in our own world, because it wasn't like we were surrounded by a bunch of people. I mean, literally the next people to us were like 4 rows away. So we're not being disruptive to anybody. I could see where the person in front of us or behind us could say they're a little bit giggly and maybe, you know, they're a little bit bugging me, but we didn't even have anybody near us. So like, there's no way we're bugging anybody. So I'm like, oh my God, look at. And then you know how the gate agent from the gate will come down to the plane and usually check in with the flight attendants to make sure, you know, hey, I got 185 on my list. 800, okay, boom, we're good. You know, they always do that. They always go down and check before they close the door. Well, the gate agent comes down, and I'm like, oh my God, Erica, that's the feds. And they know that we're so jacked up right now. They're going to take us off this plane. I swear to God. And she's like, no, I don't want to go. Oh. I'm like, you better shut up, because they're thinking that I'm upsetting you, making you cry. And they're going to come to me and say, sir, why are you making your girl cry? And then I'm going to go to jail. She's like, I don't want you to go to jail either. I'm like, well, then quit crying. They're going to think that I'm sex trafficking you or something, like I'm holding you against your will. They're either going to think that I'm being very mean to you or I'm sex trafficking you, so stop crying. And she's like, I'm trying not to cry. So I try to tell her, listen, why you got to sit right beside me? Like, we got a whole plane here. Even couples that have been together for like 100 years, they allow a seat between them. I mean, they don't have to be shoulder to shoulder. Like, I mean, Lummy, you want a little separation.
Oh, of course.
If you and Ashley are traveling and you had either walk with or without you'd either put walk in the middle if you could, if the plane wasn't sold.
Yep.
Or Ashley would just sit and you'd leave an empty seat between you to give you both a little room, right?
Of course, yeah.
Not this bitch. She wants right up on me, shoulder to shoulder.
Oh, no.
I'm like, Erica's like, go over to the other seat. No, I just want to be right beside you because I'm so scared. So this is where I tell her, listen, and this comes from my I was going back to my original aviation deal. For your pilots out there, you might agree with me. I'm like, listen, so then I break it down. I go, you only have about 5 to 7 seconds of danger when you're flying, taking off. Taking off when you're flying, not landing, they could literally lose landing. I've seen guys lose engines and still be able to put it down.
And they can lose how much of their wheels, like their landing gear. Can't they lose like 1 or 2 tires and still land? Oh yeah, good?
I've seen airplanes that have lost the front nose wheel, and they come in. They scrape the hell out of the bottom.
Yeah,
but they're nobody. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So landing, please, you just gotta find preferably a runway. If not, I've even seen people landed on the highway. Now, I don't know if you can land a big 7 a big 320 Airbus on I-4 or not. But anyway, so there's only about 5 to 7 seconds of crucial of when a plane is most vulnerable. And if I have any of you guys that are in chat that are familiar with aviation, check me on it, okay? This is what my pilot told me. And again, I'm not a pilot, but I got about 600 hours on my in the right seat of my 414, and my pilot, my main pilot, Big Ted, Mike Tidwell, was a certified instructor, Lummy. So I could have been, using that as a lesson. That's where I messed up.
You should have done
I should have.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'd have my pilot's license by now.
Damn.
I should have kept training with Rob Kahn. Lummy, Anna, I would be a black belt pilot right now.
I know, you'd be a total
Jesus.
badass.
I'd be a black belt pilot. What am I? Nothing. I'm nothing.
I wouldn't say that you're nothing.
Well, but
you're
I
just
mean,
not that.
Those are two, but
strong.
you're going to say that those aren't two really, really good things to
What are
be?
you talking about? I'm working with Rob Kahn. Of course, I think it's important.
And if you could fly a plane,
No, I
you'd
don't
be
wanna
that
fly
much
a
cooler.
plane.
Bitch.
I don't know.
I could be a black belt pilot had I just whatever.
Radio, former race car driver.
Race car. Hold on, I was a champion. I won the.
I'm saying like right now, if you could say like black belt pilot, former race car, champion.
Yeah, syndicated. Howard Stern.
Crowd waiver.
Howard Stern. All
Creator
that.
of the two-finger cul-de-sac.
Yeah, I mean, Google it. Two-fingered cul-de-sac Jones. Is it still there, Lummy?
Of course it is.
Maybe I should ask. Hey, Alexa, what is the two-fingered cul-de-sac Jones?
A two-finger cul-de-sac is a cul-de-sac with two connecting streets,
Nice.
one on each side, that are both approximately 2 fingers long.
You're dumb as
Perfect
hell.
place to raise a family.
So here's my aviation thing that and I know there's some pilots probably been between what are we, Rumble, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube.
Yes.
You right. That's where we all are.
and our affiliates, of course.
Florida Man Radio, AM 820, Melbourne, Phoenix, just where we're killing it. We're the best. So, let me when you're taking off, if you're ever with somebody with anxiety, because a lot of like Anna, do you have anxiety to fly a little bit?
I have anxiety all the time, every day, 24/7. So yes.
So like flying is kind of an anxiety situation for
Honestly, I'm worse on the descent on the way down.
that's when you
that
should
makes
be.
me sick. But yeah,
we have
I
nothing
don't
to
like
worry
that.
about. Once the pilot's got that airstrip lined up, he can just nose her right
It's
on
not because
it.
I think I'm gonna die. It's because the drop
Feeling.
in altitude makes me get sick.
Right. So here's the deal. Here's the only time that the plane is most susceptible to a potential issue, and that is soon as you're taking off. You know how they roll it down the runway, right?
Yep.
And they start off slow, and they really get going, 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 and then right there, when they're probably, I don't know what Airbus 320s rotate at. They probably rotate at maybe 130 knots, maybe 140 knots. I don't know. You pilots might know. Maybe I should ask Alexa. Hey, Alexa, what does an Airbus rotate speed?
The Airbus rotate speed, also known as VR, is typically in the range of 130 to 150 kts.
Hold on. Did I just not nail it?
Sure
I think
did.
you did.
Okay, so
I think you did.
I think so. They're
So you're basically a pilot.
No, yeah, right. So basically, they're pulling back the yoke and they're starting to go off the ground, and start to fly. Because before that, you're just rolling down the you're just rolling down the runway. You don't really start to fly until all wheels are off the ground. And if you count 5 seconds, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, that pilot now has, chances are, because they're full throttle, and based on how heavy they are, let's say you're a full plane, you got 5 seconds where that plane is most vulnerable, where it can't fly with just one motor. And that's above blue line. There's a thing on your instrument panel, on your speedometer, on your speedo, that's got a yellow line, and that's your stall line. Lummy, if you get below that, your wing and your aerodynamics of your planes are no longer effective, and you will stall. You need a certain amount of wind going across that wing to cause it to act like a wing, which is keep it in the air or uplift. So at yellow, if you go below yellow, you now are, in fear of that plane just not flying because you need a certain. So I don't know what a blue line. Maybe I'll ask Alexa. I'm thinking a blue line on an Airbus 320 is probably 130 knots. I think that's what a blue line is 130 knots. Hey, Alexa, what's the blue line on an Airbus 320?
The blue line on an Airbus A321 represents the plane's altitude. It serves as a visual representation of the plane's height above sea level.
No, it doesn't. It creates. I guess maybe potentially. I'm asking the wrong question. My pilot just always called it the blue line.
Oh.
But it's as long as you are above the blue line, that plane can fly with one engine. Now it can't fly with one wing, but if you take the power. So if you were to rotate Lummy on an Airbus 320 and you count to 5, he's now going fast enough to where if he'd have a catastrophic hit, like a bird hit, or a catastrophic situation that happened with, like maybe kind of like what happened to, was it Sully?
Yeah, when he landed in the he got down.
I think he was down to one motor or no motors. But if you're above the blue line, a good, well-trained pilot can fly that aircraft, although you can't climb very high, and it's, but you probably got enough donkeys to whip her around and get back, to the airport. And there's only about a 5-second area where the plane's in that no man's land where it's just above blue line. But as soon as you rotate, you lose a little speed. So there's about 5 seconds it takes that plane to get the speed to where that guy can fly it with one motor. So I always tell everybody that I fly with, as soon as you feel the wheels come off, just count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now the plane's going fast enough that if something catastrophic happened, the pilot could get us back to the airport. And do you know how much that makes people feel better? It takes a lot of the anxiety out. They're like, oh. So I'll count even when we rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, see, we're good. So stop being a little bitch and being scared of everything.
Yeah.
Today, don't forget, right after the show. Oh, by the way, something I was going to tell you. Oh, yeah. So today, right after the show, I'm going to end. Lummy, yesterday I ended the show like at 54.
I know.
The affiliates. I need to start doing that. I really do. I need to start ending the show at 54 because that gives the pilots. It gives the affiliates enough time to burn through their 10:50 commercial stop set, not going to pass top of the hour, and some of them have like syndicated programming that starts right at a certain time, and a lot of times we go long and they have to cut us off so that they get they pick up that feed on time. So we probably should just end at 54. And yes, Tampa, Terry, there are planes that do crash once they get above blue line. Yes, it's not saying that that's on all instances.
But you're saying that the probability of that goes way down. Right.
Yes, a guy that's above blue line that's taken out rotating, and yes, there are some that go ahead and crash it up and they're past the blue line. But just, statistically, that plane's supposed to fly after you get past blue line with one motor. No, not all pilots are skilled to be able to do it. Probably got about a 50-50 shot.
Oh. Alex G, $200.
Alex G, who's that?
He's the Army Ranger that's been he's been given.
Oh, I know who that guy is. Yeah. He's cool.
Yeah, I don't say his full name.
Is he local?
I am not sure.
Oh, by the way, Lummy, I invited Alex and his wife from Fender Works, who did the Crown Vic.
Yeah,
I invited them to Bubba 199 for Friday.
I got them on the list, and I talked to Big Red yesterday about the cooking. He said no problem.
I'll give him some money on it.
Okay.
I'll give him some money. Oh yeah, that was. on his back and ass. That was our last PayPal yesterday, Lummy.
Oh.
PayPal, Venmo, Cash App at the Bubba Army. Appreciate you if you whatever, if you got a little something. I mean, we picked up like 2 new chicks yesterday.
We sure did.
Yeah, that was awesome. So today, right after the show, the regular show today, I'm going to try to end it, say goodbye at 54. And then as soon as, Lummy, you get done doing your stuff, which will take what takes about 10 minutes.
Yeah, if that, yeah.
Have you do it as fast as you can.
Okay.
And then we'll start the podcast. Now, remember I have this big high spot whodunit about my rich friend who was blasting this female prisoner who was still a prisoner?
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to say I'm blasting a prison, and she was in prison like last year, but she's out now. This chick was still actively a prisoner, but was on a work release program, and he was blasting the hell out of her, and it's so salacious. And let me, I've never, in all the years of radio, in all the years of me being on the air, I've never told that story. Lummy, that's what we need to set aside podcasting for, because that I've on stories that I've never told before.
Oh yeah, of course.
But I can't get with you and tell me, hey, give me some suggestions, because you don't. They're only in my head.
Exactly.
Maybe I need to start writing down stuff that I remember in life, from my like I've told the Pam and Penny Proctor story. And I've told, everybody knows about the shop vac. And everybody knows that I used to have pictures of Dana Holler and Lori Howard and Jill Bileski, above my bunk bed there in the slat. And I used to,
I mean, the next big one is obviously
How
Chicago.
would you know?
Well, because...
you're talking about the...
Yeah, I'm saying the next big one for the podcast.
Mm-hmm. And we're getting close to that, too. I need to check what our podcast numbers are right now. I think it was... So anyway, today I'm going to do closure on that story. So I'm going to do the podcast let's call it, maybe 10:05 to 10:35?
Yep.
Podcasts can be 30 minutes.
Of course.
I mean, I've listened to ones that are like 9 minutes.
Yeah. There's just my buddy Michael Rigsby, Lummy, the guy who does the dirt stuff.
Yeah.
Vice president of Flow Motorsports. He does an 8-minute little, pod/vodcast every day. 8 minutes.
And this is in digital content.
Yeah. So today, I'm going to tell that story about my buddy who's blasting a prisoner. And the story that I was supposed to tell on Monday, but we got squirreled on Monday, did we not?
We did.
Yes, we did.
I don't even know what we got squirreled about.
Seth called.
Oh, that's right. Thanks.
No problem.
So anyway, Lummy, 10:05 to 10:35, we'll record that. That then will be up and able for you to download via all of our, anywhere you get podcasting, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, iHeart, wherever. Just go Apple. Just type in the Bubba Army Podcast, and this will be some ultra exclusive stuff. And I'm going to try to start doing 2 of those a week, Lummy.
Awesome.
But now, not put anything else up there. Like, it's only that.
Yep.
Before we were putting, we were repurposing that, repurposing this. I'm like, no, that's redundant. We'll just make the podcast strictly the podcast. We'll do that today. It'll be up by noon. And then Lummy's going to do a 10:40 to whenever after show with Rhett on sports, right?
Yes, we are.
Perfect.
You're the man, Bubba.
I'm all about Bubba the Love Sponge.
Non-stop. Just love you, Bubba. Keep it going.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Hey, we'll be right back.
Big E, good luck with your meeting.
Good luck.
Big E's got to put his big boy suit on today.
Why? What's
He said he's got a big meeting.
Uh-oh.
You know when you got to put the big boy suit on.
Big boy suit, big boy suit.
He's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
Being a big boy and putting on your big boy suit's even more crazy.
Probably not. Morning, Heather, spin instructor.
When you got that big boy suit. Alright, maybe I will go. Here, 2 seconds.
$8. Morning, Iggy. Iggy.
Can't you see how much your biceps impressed me?
Oh, Cooper Lips. J Gator 44. What's up, Bald Walls Rana?
Lummy, do you think does Walker know does Walker know like the difference of cars? So like if he saw your truck, he knows that's a truck, right?
Yeah.
But like what's Ashley drive, an SUV?
Yes.
Okay, so but if he saw my smart car, would he know that like that's really something different?
Oh, he'd probably, he'd go.
I was like, one of these days I'd like to maybe send the smart car home with you.
Okay.
And you take Walker, where you guys go, wherever the hell you guys would be going.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he'd probably think it's the coolest thing ever, especially with all the lights. What's up, Biggie? Why not, Sniz? Look at you guys are buddies. You and Iggy. Come on. I don't know. That's Dude. Good morning. What's up, Buzzard Bob? Thank you, Buzzard Bob. Of course you do. What's up, Clear Ups? Fucking be on sub morning. He sure does. Come back in here. Take it over. WED.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
FT. Full tractor effect. You're my savior.
I listen to it in the morning and at night. It keeps me awake all night driving that big rig down the road.
Bubba the Love Sponge. We love you, brother.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
So today at noon, the Bubba explains or closes out the story that I've been teasing you about my friend who was blasting a female prisoner who was still a prisoner. That'll be up wherever you get your podcasting stuff at noon. Lummy then does a sports show with Brett everywhere else, which was, Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Bubba Army Radio, all of that and more. It's very sports oriented. Both of them are unbelievable when it comes to sports. Not.
Thank you, Bubba.
Just kidding. 269 away from the 100,000 big plateau of our YouTube deal. Don't forget now that Lummy, the Crown Vic is almost done. I'm not gonna roll out the Crown Vic, Lummy, until it's completely done. So it's getting its transmission flushed, and the number 8 coil pack was bad. So Terry is doing that right now.
Nice.
And then it goes over to Adam to get tinted, and then we're done. And I'm gonna start, doing the restaurant, the drive-through review. Formerly sponsored by Philip P.K. Hummel, now sponsored by Travis from Semi-Auto Glass. So, Lummy, I'm going to start doing that. So you need to, tell me where I need to go on that.
No
and
problem.
Then I'm going to start scratching off with the homies. And, Lummy, I'm going to have to have Big Red kind of rig up a clip. Maybe we just super glue maybe, Lummy, we just like literally bolt on with 4 bolts on each corner. A clipboard.
There you go.
Where because we've run into the situation where if I go out with the homeless person and I said, "Hey, I got a $5 scratch off here," because all homeless people are degenerates and they love homeless people love 3 things, maybe 4. They love cigarettes, they love alcohol, they love
drugs,
scratch off lottery tickets.
Yes, they do.
They love it. The guy in Columbus that I was talking to, when I've done 2 homeless things.
Well, technically, you found the one guy that does not like any of that as a homeless man.
No. So that's 3. I have talked to 3. I've tried to produce content with 3 different homeless people. One dude in Columbus lived under a bridge, and his mom was going to phone him in a Papa John's pizza later that day. Remember, Lummy?
Yeah,
but he was. I think he said he was hooked on drugs, or I think it was it crack? It was
crack. It was meth,
yeah,
dude.
it was
You tried
everything. And he was just laying on. He was literally.
Which I think of it suppresses your appetite, so that's interesting.
What, crack?
I think so.
Okay, let me get me some crack. Become a crackhead.
And meth.
Hi, it's
Amphetamines
Bubba, and
usually
the only thing I haven't tried is being a crackhead.
Trying to lose weight.
I'll be a crackhead. You come in one day and my teeth are all rotted out.
But you're about 120 pounds.
I got
120.
I got sores all over my face because don't they pick their face? Don't people on like crack and meth and all this? They think that there's bugs on their face, so they're always picking at their face.
Yeah, I think it makes them itchy.
Yeah, so my face is all cracked out, itched. So when I get my 2004 freshly painted from my buddy Adam from Fender Works right off 118th, we'll get some information with regards to if you have any body work that needs to be done. Maybe you got a little fender bender, and you have an option as to what body shop you take, your vehicle to, or maybe you're like doing like a restoration kind of deal, and you want really done well. My buddy Adam from Fender Works. He does like a bunch of car dealerships body work.
Oh, good.
And then a bunch of retail insurance, work as well. He's super. Well, just wait till you guys see the Crown Vic when we really get it out, and you're going to be able to take a really nice look at it. I mean, all the body damage from I would hit fences at the track, and
I believe it.
Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't care. I was like, this is just my beater car. Well, my buddy Adam turned my beater car into something that's pretty damn nice. So, Lummy, now we got 3 promotional vehicles. Well, let's call it 2. We got 2.
Yeah.
First of all, the smart car actually looks kind of cute.
It does.
Like, first of all, I just got it fixed. I got the front end fixed, Lummy. Remember, something was wrong with it? Well, the tire was actually corroding around anyway, I got it fixed.
Oh, wow.
So I got 2 new front tires on it. The front end's fixed. Like, you could literally drive. Larry Plummer, at one time, let's not forget, Larry Plummer drove that smart car from here to Indiana. He did. God, listen, it's a handful, especially when it's windy. Yeah. Like, but for just zipping around town, like the merch crick going from here to the post office 6 times a day that she does, it's perfect. And it looks kind of cool.
It is.
A couple of days ago, I was outside talking to somebody, and it pulled up. I might have been with you.
Yeah, you were with me.
And it pulled up, and I'm like, man, that's kind of the smart car kind of looks like a cute little car.
It is.
We need to start using it more. So that's a super nice promotional vehicle. And then, Lummy, wait till you see the Crown Vic.
Oh, I know.
Crown Vic's got full-blown green, light. It's got a PA system. It's got it's Adam's gonna tint it, and it's that thing looks nice. I got to get a hold of Rainbow Rick because he's gonna make me stickers like NASCAR across the hood type stickers.
And are you doing down the side too?
Yeah, I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do: one big Bubba Army on the hood, just like your NASCAR. And then one on the door.
Okay.
Each side of each door.
Yep.
And then maybe one on the trunk. And then I'm going to put Fenderworks logo on there. Maybe a red line and a K&N logo in there. I'm going to kind of NASCAR it up a little bit.
You should put a big-ass number on the side. Make it look like an actual stock car layout.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
What number do I go with?
69.
Yeah, I mean, that's the...
that's typical kind of, there's Bubba, the 69 car.
Yeah.
I mean, you could...
Of course, he let Hogan blast his wife, so of course he'd be 69.
Yeah.
Dirty birdie.
Dirty son
62.
of a boo. No, I think we need to make it a cool number.
You don't want to drive around with a
23?
big old 62 on your door?
I like 23 because it's Michael Jordan and my birthday.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I like 14. I mean, I've always liked 14. Pete Rose.
Yeah,
Tony Stewart. Yeah, we'll just put 14 on there. Pete Rose. Rose and Tony Stewart.
Wasn't someone else 14?
My son. So my son's 14 because we're big Tony Stewart fans. So it's not like nobody thinks of Tyler Clem when they think of 14. Well, maybe when they see me, they do. I don't know. Listen, Lummy, we will put a number on the side of it. We have determined yet what number it's going to be.
Are you going to use like the little small
3
ones
digits?
like NASCAR does? Like the logos, so like Sunbelt's on there, K&N.
Yeah, like the sticker pack.
Yes.
Yeah, like that. And then
Like
if people
on the
want to
front-
pay for a sticker patch,
Yes,
yeah,
Lummy.
they can.
It's
There you
got
go.
yes.
Badass, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So we need to get stickers from, we need to get stickers from Sunbelt, from Redline, from K&N.
Well, if you can find their logo, they could probably just lay something out, make it one big sticker.
Well, I'm saying if we want to, but if we want to,
we don't want. See, you're wanting to wrap the whole damn thing.
No,
now.
I don't want to wrap it.
No,
I'm just saying. I think there's easier ways than getting stickers from all those companies.
Okay, listen, that's a discussion we can have now on the air. But yes, I mean, we're going to put a full-blown NASCAR type sticker package on it. Okay,
awesome.
Yeah.
I sent you some new fast food items that I would like you to try.
Okay, so then let me get through the vehicles and then we'll go to the fast food Willie. Thank you. So let me the Crown Vic's going to be badass with looking like white trash NASCAR. And it's going to have a lighting system on it. It already has. I think we've already shown the speaker system where I can say Lummy is stupid. I think was that on YouTube?
It is on there.
Yeah, a little sneak peek.
Yeah,
and then there's that longer one's going up today.
Oh, let me see. Oh yeah, this little sneak peek here. Let me play it for you. And by the way, the longer Crown Vic Fender Works video goes up later today maybe?
Yeah, today at noon.
Yeah, no, I mean,
or today after the sports show.
Sure. Like, Lummy, this is part of what Adam did for me.
I know.
In the new Crown Vic. I got all those capabilities, and then I got.
Lummy is stupid. Attention, Lummy is stupid.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Lummy is so Stockholmed that rather than say, "Don't say that about me,"
That's mean, Bubba.
That's not cool. Seriously, I bust my ass for you. Nope. Lummy just says, that sounds good.
I mean, the car was looking really good.
Well, what's going to be? So then we got the smart car, which looks great and is reliable.
Yes.
We got the Crown Vic now, which is going to look great, has its own look. See that the smart car, it's got a little more of a corporate look, right?
It does.
Whereas the Crown Vic's got a little bit more of the street level white trash look, right?
You got the cream machine.
And see, then that's where we come to the crossroads.
Sorry.
And that is, I don't see how.
And the bet. Oh.
And what? And what?
I said and the Benz, but you don't. Sorry.
You're just trying to be.
I was trying to be a dick.
That was just an example of you trying to be a CU.
See what?
UN.
What?
I'm not saying it.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Right.
So anyway, Lummy, that brings me to the cream machine, and I don't know. I think having two, the Crown Vic and the smart car, is all we really need. That's all we need. And it comes to the cream machine, and I almost got to think, Lummy, that the cream machine, I just get it running, and it's just, I don't think that we can. I don't think.
Can you imagine like the parade if you had the Crown Vic?
I got
in the
my
front
own
leading?
parade.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Bubba the Love Sponge, and I have a 3-person promotional machine parade. I think about this, man. Anna and Rhett, you're most recently removed from regular radio, but it was always my, when I was at 98 Rock, we only had one promotional vehicle. It was a big Hummer, the 98 Rock Hummer. We only had one.
Cox had one for pretty much every station.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't think stations usually have more than one, and if they do, it's maybe they'll have two. Maybe.
Yeah, those smaller stations for sure. They usually can only afford one.
Right. I even think the Bone only has one.
They've got
One or
two. They've got 2 Sprinters and a Ford Explorer.
And a Pitbull toddler.
Napa
bus.
Mike, $50 on the cash app.
Yeah, and a tour bus.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't think they even run that thing anymore.
The bus?
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
So anyway, what other? No, hold on. We're not even a radio station. We're just a show.
Mm-hmm.
We're not even a radio station. We're just a show, and we got 3. We're the best. I don't even know that Howard's got one. I don't even know that Howard. Well,
he doesn't leave his house, so.
And he doesn't need one.
He doesn't.
He doesn't need one.
Can you imagine us going down Del Mabry and you got the Crown Vic in the front with the lights on, the cream machine in the middle, and the smart car backing it up?
Yeah, we need to do that, and we just create our own.
Do you think we could get the cream machine in the Gasparilla parade?
Probably.
Throw out some beads.
Well, hold on.
Get the nipple flash in.
Here's the thing.
What?
I think the Gasparilla parade is controlled by iHeart.
Yeah, they weren't too. We tried to do something with them last
you
year,
did?
and the lady was kind of a bitch.
That's kind of a quick turnaround for the cream machine too. What is it?
Yeah.
I mean, is it? That's a long parade. It's what, 2 hours?
Yeah,
just driving.
I think it'll blow up.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, it's not a very far distance, but it is
I would probably
burst
say
into flames.
I would say that if we were
Long
going to use it,
distance.
if we were going to enter any of our promotional vehicles into a parade, I think we'd probably use the Crown Vic.
Or, we could just have Crockett's tow it the whole time.
Your promotional vehicle is being towed.
That's a flex.
Or let me actually put it on a flatbed,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Put it on a flatbed.
Yep.
That is. But let me. It's like, you know what? I got.
Yeah,
I got.
What
I think
you
I
got?
got to
Say
get it.
it.
I got to get it running.
Yeah, you do.
I got. There's some probably extended amount of time I'm going to have to work. It's like I think Hootie messed. I really do think Hootie messed up the motor. Because a couple of times when he did come by here, I would hear him literally revving it where the valves were floating.
He'd stand on it.
Like he'd literally
He'd be in the parking lot.
right, and like you could hear the valves float. And anytime listen, you can float the valves a few times here and there, man. But if you every time you go out, you're floating your valves and you're redlining the motor. You're asking for a connecting rod or a main bearing or a pit. You're just asking for something to fail because it's not made to do that at all. At all. Realistically, your car's you should never run it over red line. Red line means that you are now exceeding the manufacturer's recommended number of revolutions per minute, and that things can, the reason why it's red is because things will start breaking if you keep your car in the red line long enough.
And I think he did it every day, picking up his kids, grocery shopping, getting beer, going to the casino.
Going and revving your car up, maybe once in a while. Okay, that's great. Macho Man, I know you got a GT 500. Although you baby it, there's probably times that you might rev it up a little bit here and there, but that's a race car that's made for it. Not some recreational 350 4-bolt main regular stock Chevy motor made by the great Steve Forensic from Forensics. I don't even know if he's got his own shop still. I think he's an over-the-road trucker. But he put together a really reliable 350 4-bolt main, great motor, just a really good motor if the cream machine was to be used in a proper way. And that's just to drive it around. Now, it has like a full-blown muffler header system, Lummy. And so no matter how bad your motor really is, it could be just a standard stock GM. It's going to sound pretty badass because it doesn't have any mufflers on it. It's got like stock headers on it.
Oh, nice.
So it's going to make, Lummy, if you put stock headers, if you put just straight, muffler delete, no catalytic converters, and you just put straight race car headers that went out the back on your truck, on your standard stock truck, it sound like a NASCAR. It literally sound like something that had 800 or 900 horsepower.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So this motor that was made by Steve Forensic is just a really good, well-built, reliable 4-bolt main 350 Chevy stock, just all steel. Stock valves, stock pistons, but made, clearanced. It was handmade. Our boy made it. You took a short block and put all new pistons in it, and a new crank and a new cam, and it was built by Steve. He donated it to us. Thank you so very much. But it wasn't made to be a race car motor. It wasn't made to rev and to just literally. Hootie would come by here and literally just floor it for like a minute.
Yeah.
Like you're like, man, he's gonna blow something. So Lummy, yeah. I think when he returned it, that they had to. Did it drive in?
Yeah, they got to drive it in. It
broke down
on the way.
Yeah, it broke down across the street.
Yeah. It broke down, but technically, I think he got it running enough to get it through the gate, and so that's considered I drove it in.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
There you go.
That's what he wanted me to record it too.
So you know what I might have to do is I may have to take it over to Terry from Terry's Automotive. Maybe have him go through the motor first.
Yeah.
And if the motor is salvageable, then we go from there. But if the motor's not salvageable, then we probably literally scrap it. Right? Pull the TV out and take the lights off of it, and then, I guess scrap it. If it doesn't have a functioning motor, it's not good, because whoever buys it, they're going to have to put a new motor in it.
Yeah.
Well,
it's end of an era. That's sad.
And good job, Hootie, for blowing up and just completely taking an icon of our show. We've had that since what? I think we've had it since 06, 08. I think Hamill bought it in 2008.
Yeah, I think he did it.
We got it wrapped, and Wheelan, sent us the lights, and I think Rent and Roll did the wheels and tires on it, which have since been replaced. Everybody, was kind of a community effort. Everybody kind of pitched in. We put together a badass promotional machine. Then I didn't really use it that much, but it was still in good shape and it ran. And we, most recently, Lummy, last year used it at a Bucks tailgate thing. And other than us running the battery down, which we did, it was our fault because we didn't have the battery charger generator hooked up correctly.
Nope.
But had we had it hooked up correctly, there would have been no problems. But we jumped it. It started, and it's my understanding for everybody that rode back that it didn't overheat. Now it's a little treacherous to be in the back while a guy is driving it around, but it's my understanding that when we drove it back from the Bucks game, less the dead battery, which is our fault, it drove fine. It made it perfect.
Yes, I was in the car.
Yeah, there was no issues.
Zero.
Except once we got it started, then there was no issues.
Yes.
Boom. So it works. It was in good shape until Hootie blew it up.
Thanks, Hootie. Bitch ass.
Bitch ass Hootie.
Hootie just sent me a text and said, we'll put a good motor in it, Bubba.
Shut up, Hootie. Send him a text and say, Bubba
stay away.
Bubba says stay away. Bubba says stay away and shut up, Hootie. A Bubba 199 on Friday. It seems like it's going to be very, very briskly attended. I think Wizzy's going to be here. I think Sister Girl Tease is going to be here.
We got some birthdays.
We got some birthdays. I think my buddy Adam and his wife's going to be here from Fender Works. I think, of course, Big Red and his lovely wife.
Yes.
OFF makes her triumphant return.
Creatine Travis. They're allowing Sheatine to be watched by OFF's family, and she's going to make her. Do me a favor and find out when the last Bubba 199 that OFF was attended.
It was probably just about a year ago because she gave birth in January.
She had a baby.
She sure did.
Nice little baby. And then finally, don't forget, a lot of people have been asking, hey, how do I send a picture into the show and it gets on the infamous Behind Bubba video wall? I think my sister or my mom are getting me a package ready as well. Macho, how long is it? You say it's an hour and 4, but it seems like it's far less than that. The total time.
No, it's definitely that. We do have some pictures that do repeat, I think.
Oh, we do? Yeah. But it's an so you're saying like from now, right now.
We could start it over for the beginning of the phone and count the hour down if you want.
Oh, no, I was just asking. Okay. I mean, we don't have to, just asking.
Just make something up. Yeah, it's about an hour and 5 minutes.
Sounds good.
No, I really want, do you know exactly how long it is, approximately?
I'm pretty sure it's about an hour and 10.
Okay. Nice. So anyway, if you want pictures, whether it's your dog and it's Bubba Army harnessed.
You look good in that picture.
It's,
where was that?
I don't know how many pictures behind we are.
It's a blue collar with a sport jacket.
I don't know. I think you're watching different. I'm on Rumble right now.
I'm on Rumble
You're outside the sheriff's office. I think it was.
Like right now, I'm seeing.
Yeah, I think it was that funeral.
Right now, I'm seeing the Baraboo, Wisconsin area.
We're on different pics, but you looked slim and trim.
Thanks.
Good.
Appreciate it.
Sorry.
And by the way, Lummy, we're trying to bring back the Bubba Army mud flaps. It's a pain in the ass.
I bet. Yeah,
but for now,
those things were a pain in the ass to pack and ship.
Anna, when I do start the drive-through review, which I think will be in 1 or 2 weeks.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm going to go. I don't know if the Wendy's Peppermint Frosty.
Yup, it's in there.
Culver's Curder Burger.
Which I think you had. Well,
no, I haven't had yet.
Oh, no, you haven't? Okay.
And new fast food items of the month.
You scroll down, there's like 30 of them.
We'll do that next.
This has been a long time coming.
There goes another sad participant.
You people are monsters.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Yes, please.
I'll come back.
Excuse me. Bubba, I caught a sick guillotine choke yesterday. You proud of me?
Hold on.
Thank you.
Now you did what now?
I caught a pretty good, solid guillotine choke yesterday.
Was it your first one?
No! I have like 3 moves I use all the time, and that's one of them. It's my favorite choke.
But you got somebody you're rolling with to submit?
Oh yeah, this happens quite regularly. Not with a lot of people, but usually what happens is I'm in side control and I pretend like I'm allowing them to mount me, like I'm losing steam.
Right.
And then they start to posture up, and then I just wrap that arm around that neck, crank it, then fall back on my back, wrap my leg around them, and then just drive their head into like my oblique and pop the head off. Pretty sick.
Nice, congrats.
Yeah. Most of the time I'm just getting submitted and on my back and just crying, but every once in a while I'll catch something. Yep. What's up, Rums? What's up, Dark Match Steve? Are you coming on Friday, motherfucker? I hope so. You sexy witch. Brian from Philly. I think Little Wilbur's Afterbirth will be in attendance. Jay Gator, what's up? Get to see OFF. Get to see Maria Guatemala and her lovely husband.
Johnny
I wish he had a different name. I feel like it's so disrespectful. Could we give him a different nickname?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll see Big Red. Not a fan. Tease. Mitch. Susie P. I don't know if that's true. I hope it is. Who else? Travis. Crazy Travis. Oh yeah. No, I said you, Mitch. I said you. So right from John's Island. What's up, Nick the Gun Guy? Fuck yeah, dude. Wizzy will be there. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. Oh, just flexing, you know, no big deal. Just looking dry. I saw Andre 3000 is coming out with a new album. Okay. What?
Should be a.
They were the best, man. Outcast. Holy shit. Bombs on the back down.
Let me send me that. Is that video contained within this?
I've been slicing the neck? No, I don't think so.
Let me try to find it.
All right,
they've been trying to take it down, but I'm pretty sure I can find it.
Okay.
How soon after that did he die?
Oh, immediately. Like that within probably 20 minutes.
For real?
Well, I mean, he might have been dead. Once you lose so much blood, there's you're done.
You die when you lose a lot of blood?
I mean, I think that that's what happens is that you just literally lose so much blood in such a fast period of time.
Like your blood pressure drops, so you ain't got no blood.
And
then you don't get any oxygen in your brain because all the hemoglobin carries the oxygen.
There you go. You just
organs.
answered to your own fucking self. So why are you fucking including me?
Sorry. Oh,
essentially the video
awesome.
Okay.
Had my ass crying. You know what other song it gets emotional when it's done acoustically? Dark Majesty. I don't know if anybody watches the Tiny Desk concerts by NPR. T-Pain sang "I'm in Love with the Stripper," and it literally brought a tear to my eye. He sang it acoustically, and I was like, poor bartender. Classic. She made us drink to drink. Got drunk, now I know. He actually has a pretty good voice. Auto-tuned. I like T-Pain. Drunken, got drunk, and then you know. Cool. Drink. Can we try to get McSherry to come to Barb? I'm gonna see him in next month.
Yes, I've already invited him, dumb fuck. Every time I go in there.
I know, but you gotta pressure him like you do so well.
Shut up. She's about as irritating as Dan today.
What?
Oh man, she took the Dan pill. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That could be a good thing. He's a Muffy.
Yeah, now we're boyfriends.
Yeah, well.
Bubba the Love Sponge. It is.
I'm here for the sponge.
Mate, it's all about mate.
It's got to be Bubba. I laugh so hard.
Bubba the Love Sponge. Ow!
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
So I got squirreled on telling you about by the way, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Hello. And I got squirreled about the pictures that they run behind me, which is, by the way, that was my idea. Thank you, Bubba.
Yes, it was.
No problem.
Great idea.
Love it.
You can, if you'd like to submit your picture, it's BubbaArmyPics@gmail.com. BubbaArmyPics@gmail.com. And Macho Man is always, getting groups of 50, 60, 80, whatever, and making a new, infusing those into our current, the current OG ones. That being said, Lummy, I'm wondering if we could take this video wall and make it a video on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Like Bubba's back video wall pics edition 1. And then we just put them all up because people would probably want to watch them,
Yeah, for sure.
Listen to that microphone of his.
Sounds great.
Jesus.
Macho just dialed it in.
Mach had to do some serious handiwork, I think, on the day before he left to get it sounding better because it was. You remember that one day it was sounding like crap.
I'm going to make an executive decision. I think I want that mic processor.
Give it to me now.
You got more work to do, Macho.
How's Macho doing? Is he okay?
Macho,
he's recovering.
Macho, how hard would it be to take his mic processor, put it on the other where the other stuff is, pull mine out, put his in for mine, and then take mine out and make it for you guys? Is that a lot of work? To me, it sounds like a lot of work.
You're asking a lot right now. What do you think?
No problem.
Let me get back to you tomorrow.
Okay, perfect.
Julie Caldwell, $50 in the
says
Venmo.
you're asking a lot right now.
Thank you, Julie.
Which means, that's my girl, Julie Caldwell.
Yes, it is.
Love her.
And, I'm so bummed. I thought she was maybe mad at me or something. I'm such a fanboy of Julie Caldwell that when I did my Warsaw meet and greet, I just knew for sure she'd show up at the downtown. Remember when I did the downtown?
Yeah, the downtown.
I had a guy that came from Arizona just to meet me at the downtown and when I did my little impromptu after the football game meet and greet. Now, I know Julie lives in Fort Wayne with her husband, which is not that far of a drive, and she certainly could have brought the dude, even though I have a semi-crush on her from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew because she discovered the show through Facebook, and she, I think, listens almost every day. Julie does. She's got like a 45 or 50-minute commute. And I just knew for a fact that she would show up, and I'd see my little Nope. She didn't show up. I even reached out to her and asked her, are you mad at me or something? I thought you'd be at the meet and greet. She's like, no, I just got real busy with family and my husband. And
she knew if she saw
What's
you,
her
she'd throw herself at you.
Shut up, Lovey. You're so stupid. You're so dumb.
Reignite that flame.
Anyway, Julie Caldwell. Well, it's Caldwell. She married a guy that was in my class named Rich Caldwell, and he, Anna, for the longest time was like the sexy. Like if you thought about who the hottest dude in Warsaw was,
yeah,
it was Rich Caldwell. Like, and he had his own hair salon. So he was yes.
He was a straight hairdresser?
He was a straight hairdresser that every woman in Warsaw would want to sleep with.
I've met one of those, and I don't trust him.
Well, hold on. Don't besmirch my friend Rich Caldwell.
No, just like a straight hairdresser.
Yeah. Well, Rich Caldwell.
Only had female clients.
No, hell no.
No. I'm saying guy I knew.
Let me tell you how diversified Rich Caldwell was.
Sunny days, 25 on the cash app.
Somebody you'll be able to understand.
Yeah.
Not only did every hot woman, almost any woman in Warsaw want to get their hair cut by Rich, but Larry Plummer also got his hair cut by Rich. So, Rich did dudes too. Like, he cut guys' hair.
He swung both ways.
No, he just... Will you apologize for trying to be
Rich.
like Dan today?
Sorry, Rich. I didn't mean to.
He's dead.
Be smart.
He died. I'm trying to be respectful to him, and you're trying to do one-liners. He died.
I'm sorry. I did not know that was
his widow is listening right now, and you're doing one-liner jokes about how he's gay and goes both ways. That's not cool. Right? I mean, she's a friend of mine, and she's listening to the show, and I'm trying to remember her unbelievable husband that's now dead, and you're in here cutting jokes on it.
Sorry, I didn't know that's how the story ends.
Yeah, well, you should. I think I've talked about it on the show before.
I apologize.
So anyway, she was formerly married to him, and and then he just unexpectedly out of nowhere died. Like
heart
I don't know. I don't know what the issue was, but let me the hottest dude in Warsaw, the biggest stud. Now Rich wasn't that athletic. He wasn't known for being an athlete. He just known as just being, I guess,
good looks,
hot and sexy,
gorgeous. Women would just go crazy.
How old was he when he died?
I don't know. I don't know when he died.
2020.
Yeah, there you go. 2020.
He's 54.
So he's 54.
Young.
It was such a tragic. He still had his hairdressing. He had his Rich Caldwell salon or what, I don't know what it was called. Richie C's. I don't know, but he had five.
He had the feather hair.
It was
good looking. I could see he's a good looking guy.
Well, I don't know if he had the feathered hair when he died, but
no. I'm saying when he was in high school.
Oh yeah, when he was in high school,
he was a hot teenager.
Everybody was going crazy over him. So anyway, I don't know how I got down that path, but
she donated money.
His wife, former wife and widow, Julie, is now Bubba Army and listens to the show and contributes.
God bless. Thank you.
Anna gave me a list of potential 30 new fast food items that are available that I need to potentially review when I get my Crown Vic back, which I'm thinking I'll probably have it. The Crown Vic will probably be back on the road in 2 Thursdays from now. I do Bubba's food review on my YouTube channel, which is at the Bubba Army, and it's where I go through a drive-through.
Oh yeah.
We used to use the Merch Cricks F350, but we got rid of that. Don't have it. And so I'm like, okay, well, we'll start doing the food review with the Crown Vic. And then the next thing you know, I got a guy who wants to restore the Crown Vic, Adam and Fender Works, and boom. Now it looks, one of the reasons I might have been getting bad service and people being mean to me is that it literally looked like you were a homeless dude that happened to be fortunate enough to have a car. Like if a homeless guy had a car, that's what that would be.
Yep.
I mean, the paint was all chipped off. It had dents in the side. It looked horrible. Now, listen, it ran great. It's kind of like a fat girl's vagina.
Yeah, how so?
And the fact that it might not look that good, but it feels good.
Mouth is a mouth.
If you close your eyes, Lummy, even if you're on if you're in a real big girl, maybe like a big one, like the kind that red light, like the 300s,
350, yeah.
And the only way you can really have sex with her would be like doggy.
Mm-hmm.
That's only if you're well hung, because there's a lot of real estate you got to get through in order to get to where you need to be.
When you were riding high and you were just getting women all the time, did you ever budge on your weight limit?
No, I've always
maybe
been.
one time do like a 195 2 bills.
Nope. You know what? 3. Well, now see, hold on. Candy, Lummy,
but that doesn't count because that's before you were rich and famous.
After I was a millionaire, let's call that.
Yeah.
I would never. No. I like.
I know what you like.
I damn near like petite, well built.
Big jugged,
big boobs, nice ass.
Straight, dark hair,
straight.
Yeah, little feet.
Except for Nikki Lummy, who is 6 foot, they all kind of fit in right into that template. She stretched the height deal
just a little
bit. Usually, like the Merch Cricks, she's teeniest of. She's the littlest ever, but she's only 5 foot.
If that.
And I think Heather.
No, she's 5.
Heather was 5'7", and Nikki was. I'm not kidding you, 6 foot.
Yeah, she was tall.
But Lummy, that Christine chick in Indiana, that kind of remember my first groupie that I got pregnant.
Yep.
Remember, there might be a little bit of an age issue there.
Yep.
But we're hoping that there might be some statute of limitations that, like, if you were, 21 and you got a 15-year-old pregnant, that maybe it was just, the ins and outs of being a young kid growing up in Indiana.
Of course. That's how it happens.
And they couldn't come back and get me on a, capital sexual bad guy gimmick. Because I got a 16-year, might have been 15.
So that peppermint
16.
frosty.
So anyway, Lummy.
Let's not talk about you getting underage girls pregnant.
Thank God. Thank God, Lummy. I hope there is a. And then don't forget we got the Gretchen Rowe gimmick.
Okay, come on, Bubba.
No, but Lummy.
I know. Well,
I've lived. Anna, you're the one that talked about how reckless I lived as a millionaire. I lived reckless when I did.
I know.
When I had no money.
When you were
I'm talking
rocking,
about weight
rocking
limits,
Bubba
not age
Clem.
limits.
What?
I said when you were rocking Bubba Clem.
When I was rocking Bubba Clement, I remember one time. Listen to this.
No.
I remember one time that I paid all my bills. Me and Carrie Gray lived together, so we put all of our money together, and I paid all the bills because he was like, he wasn't like, let me. If you have a guy roommate, one of them usually will be like the responsible one and pays the bills and things like that, and the other dude's usually kind of an F up.
Yeah,
the sword and the shield,
or has kind of some type of substance issue, right?
Exactly.
Right. But he has a decent enough job that he can give you the money, and he pays his way. So I can remember one time I paid all the bills, and we just got paid on Friday. There was no direct deposit back then. We literally had to drive to the radio station on Friday because in the checks, they released the checks at noon. So we would be there right at noon trying to get our check. There was no direct deposit, and there was no online, it was all just, you had to take your check to the bank.
You had to take it down there, deposit
it.
Mm.
So I can remember, man, we would get paid on Friday at noon, and I'd put all the money in there. And I'd already had checks that were floating. That was trying to use the old float gimmick, write a check on Tuesday to somebody, and by the time it clears their bank and clears your bank, it's you got 4 or 5 days to get the money in there.
Exactly.
Can you just post-date it?
No, not when you're
paying bills.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, not when you're paying bills.
I'm sorry.
Can't post-date the power bill.
The guy you're paying the rent to doesn't want to see you're paying him November 12th.
I'm going to pay you on the 15th, buddy.
Yeah. I do remember my landlord. He was a dick. He was a big farmer, and he owned these little duplexes back up by Northwind Apartment. They were called Northwind Apartments, and I don't think they were owned by a conglomerate. I think they were owned by a dude and his wife. Well, he would come and get the rent check from you, and you could either go drop it off at his house in this little box, or he would come get it if you were running. Well, on the 5th, after the 5th, you're late.
The what?
The 5th. After the 5th, you're
I don't
late.
know how you say it.
5th.
Thank you.
I don't know how you say it. There's so many to choose from. I prefer to the 5th.
I say that in my regular life now.
Yeah. So anytime the word 5th.
Yeah.
So the landlord, he would be there because the responsible people would have their rent in his little box at his house, which his house was across the street from the complex.
Is it like a little brick building?
Yeah.
I think I found it.
Yeah. So anyway, you'd have to have most responsible people would have their checks into his little box by the 3rd, 4th. Not Bubba Clem and Carrie Gray. Man, he would literally have to try to run me down on the 5th, and a lot of days I would not even open the door or act like I wasn't there. And he would. We would have 2 gigs over the weekend that we'd each make about $75 a gig. So if we had 2 gigs, we could almost. I think our rent was $660 or something like that.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
So I have to try to avoid him all weekend, so that we could make some money over the weekend doing gigs, and we'd have enough money to pay our rent. And I can remember one time I paid our rent. I paid our power. I paid our phone bill, our cable bill. I paid all the bills, our water bill, everything like that. And then the money we had left over is what we ate on, what we went to the grocery store on. That's how. So that's how narrow of margins we had, Lummy, as far as what we made. And so one time I can remember, and it's the first time I ever called my stepdad to ask for money, and I paid all the bills. And this is for both of us now. And we got paid every 2 weeks, 15th and like most businesses, they pay every 2 weeks.
Yep.
And we had $7 left for us to eat for 2 weeks. 7.
Wow.
Now that doesn't even include gas. Because we were about 20 miles from the radio station, so I had $7 for 2 weeks. So I called my stepdad up, and I was like, "Hey, Eddie," I called him at work because I never wanted to call him at home because who's listening.
Mm-hmm.
Janie Cakes is all around the cut, and I could borrow money from Eddie, but I couldn't borrow from Janie Cakes.
She'd ask you 100 questions.
Yeah.
Why you need it.
She'd give it to me. Hell, she'd give me every dollar I needed, but she'd want to know an itemized account, like all this kind of stuff. Yeah. So I called Jeff and I go, "Hey Jeff," he goes, "Like, yeah, what's going on?" I said, "Is there any way I can borrow $50?" Because I figured, if we didn't go crazy and I went to Aldi or whatever cut rate. They had, I forget what the cut rate. We had a cut rate grocery store in Terre Haute, Indiana, that I could get us enough groceries for $50 and have $10 of gas money. With that, that's how low I was at one time, and I was still had a pretty stiff template on chicks I'd blast, even when I had $7 left in my checking account. I didn't
swag.
like. I
That's
never
true swag.
Big girls. I heard big girls, Lummy, though, are the best. Like, big girls have to try harder to be, to really.
I mean, how would you know if you've never really been with one, except for Candy?
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to rely.
It's just a theory you have, but you don't actually know.
I'd have to rely on people like on chat that have been with bigger girls.
Mm-hmm. People in chat.
Yeah, or Rhett.
Or Rhett.
Yeah, Rhett's like, yeah.
With his golden microphone processing. What, Rhett? I mean, have you been with petite chicks?
Yes.
All right. And you've been with big girls?
Yes.
And looks like we might have an expert right here within our own building.
I don't know about an expert.
But okay, but
LaQuisha was
but I can tell you one thing about big girls, and
man,
this is like
mic processing. I got a boner over. Jesus God, it's nice.
95% of them, for some reason,
big girls,
are the best ever at oral.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Oral doesn't really do it for me anymore, though. I'm so seasoned.
They got to be really, really good at it.
Yeah. See, oral just
I get it.
Oral to me is like, maybe 2 or 3 minutes to get me where I need, but like I don't. That's like you're wasting. You're wasting your. Oh, Scout does not agree with my oral.
Not at all.
She got put away.
Oh,
she got put away. She got thrown back in engineering.
Yeah.
She wants to go see her friend.
Merch Crick's up doing merchandise and brought Bella. So she went down. She on those days, which are most days, she'll come down and get.
She expects it now.
Get Scout and Bella and Scout play upstairs like nonstop, but they get real naughty together, and they start chewing on things. And yesterday they found one of those dryer. I had those. Remember that real foo laundry detergent? Yeah. Well, they make these dryer.
Tyler, wasn't it called?
Yeah, it was called Tyler Candles, and it was called Glamorous Fabuloso, or something. I don't know what that was.
They have dryer sheets,
and they have dryer pods where they have like these pellets. It's like almost like a cornhole.
Oh, okay,
pod, but much smaller, much smaller, but like that. Well, Scout got into it and tore it everywhere. And the other problem is, Rhett, I'm a little bit uncomfortable about talking about this on the radio.
Oh no!
But I don't know, and Erica's got footage of it, and maybe I'll have her send. She's got 2 or 3 videos of this particular thing happening because she wanted to document it for me to bring it up to you. And that is, do you know that your dog's a serial humper?
Yes.
Like it just humps. Like, so
yes.
Bella will be laying there. Bella will be laying there on the ground, and they'll be playing with a toy, and then Bella will just be playing there. Well, then Scout will mount her and start just humping the hell out of her. And Scout will hump a hip, a face, a tail. She just humps and humps. And so Erica was like, they're not even, and then I guess Bella gets a little mad at it. Bella doesn't like it.
Yeah, she'll probably kick her off or growl at her.
Yeah, or she gives her like a little play bite. And then Scout runs away and realizes, I can't hump for a little bit. But your dog has a serious humping problem. And I'm going to have Merch Crick send me the videos on me that I'll send to you. And I make like
get him up there.
And what's one of the things that's so funny is the fact the size disparagement. It literally looks like, well, maybe she gets it honestly from her father, because that's what you look like when you're humping one of these big girls.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
I mean, it really represents kind of like what she's exposed to.
That's it.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
She
doesn't.
Her dad.
She honestly.
Her dad is far littler than the people he's humping, and she's
Not
littler
quite.
than.
I haven't humped anybody in a while. Not since I've had her around.
Well, she's not afraid to take on it. I mean, what does she weigh? 15 pounds?
12.
Yeah, and Bella weighs 80. I mean, that's a big shit. That little 12-year-old just going to town on Bella's face. She likes to do the face too.
That's awful.
Yeah.
She's actually. So I'm going today after work to go to the vet. We got to pick up her meds and then schedule her surgery.
Oh, because she's to get her fixed.
Yeah.
Maybe she's a little too. Do you think
full of hormones?
You think that she's a kind of a slut? You think your dog?
I think she picked up the humping from my mom's dogs.
Think your dog's a slut? I mean, you don't see my dog, humping.
I think she's too mean to be a slut. She barks at every other dog. She barks at anything that moves if she doesn't know what it is.
But she hasn't had her loins fixed, so her loins are hungry.
Oh,
I mean, you have to admit that.
She's still going to be a yappy bitch after she gets fixed.
She will, but she probably won't hump everything now.
That's what I'm hoping for. But she 100% picked that up from my mom's dogs because they hump each other all the time.
Take her over to Dr. Dan's house.
If she wants humped.
Yeah.
Let not Duke, but whatever. Bo, Duke, Fred.
Yeah, Bo and Duke.
But
then you'd be in the Diaco family, right?
He's got like a real high dollar, like Bijla, whatever the hell it is. It's a very pure.
Bijla?
Yeah, it's a very purebred, super there's no mutt. My
sell
dog,
those puppies for $2,000 a pop.
Yeah. Bella's a straight mutt. She's a pit bull mutt, and I think yours is a purebred. Is yours a purebred Dachshund? Whatever they're called.
Yeah, she's 100% Dachshund.
So anyway, I don't know if can you imagine what would a puppy look like that Scout got impregnated by? Well, maybe even by Dan's dog, like a Bijla wiener. Like what would it be?
Bijla wiener.
I'm gonna look that up actually.
So anyway, Red, if you can get our video and make it a episode 1 or guest, or I'm sorry,
it's gonna be
a video 1 of our video wall. I think people would like that for a YouTube video. I think.
Yeah. Once I get the latest one from Macho, he'll get it exported, and then we'll.
And then we can have 6-7 months from now, we could do episode 2 version. Version 1, version 2, as we get more.
Now,
and more.
should we put any audio behind it, or just the photo wall?
I think maybe if you absolutely positively knew that what you were putting up there was royalty free, then maybe a little bit of music, sure, but not loud, not overly mixed loud, just kind of more of a background deal. And if we know that. Now, within YouTube, I think you can go get music that they suggest is royalty-free, which at the end of the day is, I think, royalty-free, right? If they're giving it to you.
Well, I mean, that's what we use now, but, sometimes
I just
those artists.
I sent Lummy a link to send you. It's a Vizsla Dachshund mix with photos.
Let me, you got it?
I got it. It's coming now, and it's in your thing.
Hold on here. So this would be potentially if Dan's dog...
And my dog.
And your dog would
had a baby.
Here we go. A Vizsla, Dachshund. Is that how you call it?
A Dachshund.
Okay, whatever.
It's all right.
Wait, his dog's name's Doc, right? It's Doc, I think.
Does it show you what? Is that what it looks like?
Yeah, there's more photos
That's
too. The more
cute as hell.
See, that's cute because it's not. Dan's dog might be a little too big. Your dog might be a little too small, so you get one that's in between.
It's highly intelligent and a loyal breed, it says.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's just a wiener dog with a bigger head.
It is. It's a wiener dog. In fact, you'd probably get...
Whoa, go up. How much do they sell those puppies for?
$1,500.
Okay, that's not bad.
$1,500. Yeah, but you know what? People are going to clown you. You're going to be like, man, what do you got? A half-breeded wiener dog?
Who cares?
Well, they're selling them
if I'm selling them for $1,500 a pop,
get that dog
I don't
working.
give a damn.
Well, then you better be getting a hold of Dan and having
What's up?
I mean, Dan probably wouldn't want one.
No, we'll split it.
Oh, then you just sell them at his house, so then people that come.
Now, do you split it?
Of course.
Or does Dan just say, hey, listen, I'm not going to charge you for my dog's sperm. I mean, I make enough money. I don't need my dog's sperm.
At the Dan's discretion, I won't expect anything, but I'd offer to split it.
I think we get a percentage too, Bubba.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know.
I came up with the idea. We get 10%. You know.
What a finder's
What a wedge. Let me. Is it that bad, man? Are times that bad that you're trying to dip into Rhett's wiener dog? Yeah, his wiener dog screws Dan's dog. Shakedown.
I think he's mad.
$1,500 shakedown.
I think he's
dog.
mad.
His dog breeding ring. He's getting ready to start.
It could be.
I think Lummy's just mad. He's venting. He didn't get on my prize picks yesterday. I had a pretty good day betting yesterday.
I got on him. It was Brian.
Oh, it was Brian. Brian from Philly.
I think the dog was cute. I think it's a good idea. You saw him at Dr. Dan's house. Like, see this huge mansion. People pull up to it. They think, wow, this is what the rich and rich people have.
Oh, let me see. You took the marketing to a whole nother level. Yeah. You're right. You tell them, Rat. Even if it was just you just tell Dan, hey, I'm going to have the people meet me at back here by the carriage house.
Yeah.
So you tell the people.
It's a whole operation we got.
You tell the people like, hey, I'm in the back by my garage. Just come take my driveway all the way back, and I'm back here by the back three car garage. I'm just back here messing. This is where I keep the pups. A lot of the pups. This is where they keep the pups.
The fence in the back.
Right. A whole big dog and pony show.
You pull up to a trailer with an acre.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, this
like
dog
when I pulled up literally to pick up Baby. Baby, the current goat Baby. When I pulled up to pick, the woman came out of a trailer.
Thought you were gonna get shot.
And then the guy came out, and then they had all these other goats, like 15 other goats that were all in a pen, going crazy, headbutting each other and eating. And then they bring out. She goes, "Well, let me get Baby now. Let me get your goat. And you got that $75. I have my $75 ready." I mean, and
is this the same person you bought the goats that died?
No, this is a different person. That woman was that woman was a scam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She sold me sick goats.
Knowingly?
Yes. She sold me sick goats. My goats were very sick. I bought from her.
How long did they last?
A month or two. So she goes, "Oh, let me get your goat. Your goat has been hand fed in our trailer since it was born and been bottle fed, and it's Baby. And I'm going to tell you right now that we're tore up over it. We didn't want to get. This is the one that we wanted to make an indoor goat, but
indoor goat.
Yeah, that's what That's what they make. They make them pets. And I'm like, she's like. But let me go get it. And here's a little Baby, and she's got a bottle for it and everything. And I'm like, well, first of all, this spoiled ass goat's gonna quickly learn that there ain't nothing spoiled about where I'm putting her. And so him,
yeah.
So then, Lummy, when I picked up Hootie, so Baby was just as nice as could be. Just friendly and lovely, and then it turned into a dick. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like Dan.
Yep.
Baby's kind of like Dan. Friendly and nice and everything, and then kind of turned into a dick. So anyway, listen. So I'm one day I get Baby, and we just have a little, like those little dog house things for him.
Yeah, we said
before we went into the big. First we had the big goat shanty, then we had to have Austin from Wolf Fencing come and put some fencing up and a whole 9 yards.
Tap wound victim.
So then the next weekend, I was like, me and the Merch Crick went clear to Brooksville to get Hootie. And remember that purple Hummer she used to have? Yeah, that's what she had. I made her get rid of that thing. I said, get rid of this thing. This thing's a hunk of shiz. All those H2s, Lummy, they were so cheaply made and they broke all the time. They had bad transmissions. Like, they're the worst. Got 8 miles to the gallon. I'm like, we're getting rid of this. If you're going to start dating me and being my girl, you can't be driving this nonsense.
Can't be driving a Hummer.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. And so we went clear to Brooksville, whatever, to get Hootie. And we pull up, and Hootie is on a chain that's like maybe 2 foot long. And it's chained to a collar, and then that chain is to the fence. So it literally had just enough chain to go down and get some food or the bowl or whatever, but it couldn't go any further. Like, it was just standing there, and they had like 7 of these goats all on these chains, like they were prisoners almost.
Yeah.
And so Hootie, now Hootie still is a little standoffish and skittish. You know that. And especially like if you consider, like, Baby's more of a people person, but Hootie's still a little, like, Hootie knows all of us and stuff, but if you're a stranger or something, Hootie's still kind of, there's still a little bit of wildness left in him. Would you not agree?
Yes, there is.
Baby's a little more domesticated, and Hootie's still a little wild.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so I got this wild baby goat in the back of a Hummer, and Baby, literally, when we got it, Janessa just held it.
Yes.
Like it's it, and it was fine with being held. Well, Merch Crick goes with me to get Hootie, and he is wild. And you can't hold him, Lummy, because he'll just start like going crazy. You can't hold him.
Nope.
So I put the seats down in the Hummer, so it was all one big area, and we took some blankets and everything, thinking it would be okay. Next thing you know, Lummy, he starts pooping and peeing and getting his wiener out, and you know how when he loves to pee on. If you know anything about goats, is they like to pee on their faces.
Yes, it's their cologne.
They pee on themselves.
Yep.
So he starts, I'm driving this Hummer, and this goat is wild in the back, and he's pooping, and he's literally peeing on his face. And Merch Crick's like, Bubba, he's peeing on his face. I'm like, what do you mean he's peeing on his face? She's like, he's peeing on himself. I go, well, do you think it's just because he's a baby and he doesn't know how to pee? And she's like, no, he's like, this looks like a real, he's trying to direct it into his face. And I'm trying to drive home back to get to here, Lummy. I got a goat that's pooping and peeing on his face, and an '08 Hummer that I'm trying, Jesus. So these goats.
Now, can you imagine, though, if you pull up to a Dr. Dan's house to pick up the goats, the story would be way different.
Oh, yeah, they have like this nice little pen and everything. So yes, Rhett, when you take your wiener dog and let it have sex with Dan's 100% purebred Vizsla, and we have these Vizsla wiener dogs that supposedly sell for $1,500, you got to make it kind of a scam. Kind of not a scam, but
you just got to play into it.
You got to work the deal.
Yeah. I'll bring Walker over.
You can upcharge for the dog when you're selling it out of a mansion.
Listen, I'll bring Walker over. We'll get the whole sad story. These are, Walker's dogs. He loves them.
I like that.
And then we'll pinch Walker and make him cry.
Exactly.
Be like,
he's so sad to see them go.
He's just playing and stuff, and then they're loading the goat up, and you go, Walker, say goodbye to big whatever, Red. So whatever. I'm trying to think of some stupid dog name.
Sparky.
Say goodbye to Sparky, and then at that point you pinch. Now, Ashley, don't get mad at me. It'd just be a little pinch on the heel, but you pinch him a little bit to get him to cry, and he's like, ah, ah, ah. You're like, man, sir, you need to get out of here, man. Give me that $1,500. But you need to get out of here, man. My baby's all upset and everything.
Every dog is his favorite dog when the people take it away.
Well, yeah, because he gets pinched.
Exactly.
When realistically he could care less about any of those dogs.
Exactly.
But when he gets pinched, he starts crying.
Perfect. They probably get $2,000 for it.
Anyway, your dog got sent downstairs because it was humping, and your dog is a humper. And I'm gonna get video. I think Erica just sent me video. And Brett, I'm gonna do some words. When I come back, I'm gonna talk about the 30 different things that Anna thinks I need to go and potentially try at my drive-through review once we fire that bitch back up in a couple weeks.
Yes, please.
Will you go back to Arby's?
Yeah,
because
same Arby's.
They have something with a movie.
Is it on this list?
I don't think so.
I don't
all right,
think
we'll check that all next.
Okay.
You don't understand a word I'm saying, do you?
Don't work yourself into a Mark Lather. Mark Lather.
Don't talk. You just make it worse. I don't want to cry and wet my pants.
It's not very becoming.
Where's that guy with the stick?
The Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
Big fucking movie somehow. Where we're going.
All right. I need to make this mirror.
Dark Match Steve. Send a picture. My phone. I don't have it. You mean my email? If you send it to my email, I'll check it. Give it to Macho, because some reason yours isn't working. Yeah, I got it on my computer since I can look.
Hey, Lummy, when you guys are done today, will you email me that last segment we just had?
Yep.
Okay.
The whole segment?
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. Grouper lips. Ah, man. I think that's going to be your toughest one. Yeah, that's why I was just trying to check your out. And no, I did not get it. Snizzle says there. Oh, man, that's going to be a tough one to make. Good morning, Thicker Sugar Nerd. Oh.
I better get back on time because I got what, Paul?
Yeah, you got Paul and then Alex.
Okay, good.
Grouper lips. I approved it, by the
Is
way.
Paul 840?
840, yes.
Cool.
That's the one thing we're missing, a promotional bike. Bubba Nation.
I remember Bjork. Is she still alive?
Bjork's still alive.
She's 57?
Yeah. What did you think
Holy
she was?
fuck.
Did you think she was older?
I thought she was younger. She's like the only thing to come out of Iceland. She looks kind of like Michael Jackson meets a fairy or some shit.
Ouch.
Yeah. She's got a unique look.
Her hair.
She's got the, what do you call it? Epicanthal fold. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Or the lack thereof, maybe? No, I think
Does she still look the same?
I don't know. I don't think I'm looking at a recent picture. Let's see. Yeah, like she's I always feel like this is a slur, but like an Inuit.
Yeah.
People don't like the term Eskimo, but I feel like Inuit seems ruder. Let's see her background. That bitch looks like Michael Jackson. Oh shit.
I just texted you the humping deal.
Okay.
So just get it when you can. I got other things to talk about.
All right,
I'm gonna do super beats. I got the 30 items, the Paul teas and the Alex teas, and I'm gonna go into words. because I 8. Well, I'm not that far behind.
No, you haven't gone over one time yet.
Parents.
Yeah, but I need to get. I mean, I literally only got 7 minutes left. I'm okay. I'm gonna break about 10 after.
Nope.
I'm out in the car listening to Bubba the Love Sponge. Oh. Love you guys.
Gotta be Bubba.
Wonder who he's going to yell at next.
Yeah.
People from all facets of life can relate to this show, and that's why I like it.
I love it. I can't get enough.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Exactly.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Lummy and I will tell you firsthand that we, most of us all have a heartfelt reason to support our blood pressure. In fact, more than half of the U.S. population would benefit from blood pressure support. And if you pair it with a healthy lifestyle, that is Super Beets. If you pair it with a healthy lifestyle, the antioxidants in Super Beets are clinically shown to be nearly 2 times more effective at promoting normal blood pressure than just a healthy lifestyle in itself all alone. With over 30,000 5-star reviews and counting, Super Beet Heart Chews are having their moment in the sun, if you will. Super Beets is the #1 doctor, pharmaceutical, and cardiologist recommended heart chew for cardiovascular health support. It's blood pressure support that you can trust and count on. Support your heart health with Super Beet Heart Chews. Get a free 30-day supply of Super Beet Heart Chews and a full free-size bag of... Let me help me out with the turmeric.
Turmeric.
Maybe we should have Anna with the what?
Turmeric.
There you go. You're going to get a $25 value of turmeric. Starts and stops by going to BubbaLovesBeats.com. That's BubbaLovesBeats.com. And get this exclusive offer only at BubbaLovesBeats.com. Thank you. The Human Corporation. I'm trying to get onto I'm trying to get them. I'd like to be a spokesperson and start taking some of this Neuro 40 that they got.
Oh, yeah.
Which is for your, my heart's great. Now let me get my chickens in order. Let me make my brain. Give me some food or some supplements for my brain. That's what I need immediately. There's 30 items that I think are new to the market, and I am in the drive-through food review business, and I really wouldn't continue to do this if it didn't. But each review gets 6,000-7,000 views, and that's pretty good. So, and YouTube. Let me, have you checked YouTube lately? Where are you at? Have you checked?
I believe no, I have not checked since this morning.
Last time I checked, I think we were at, I think last time I checked,
I think on too.
I think we were like, let me see, I'm going to go ahead and reset it.
We were at 99,740, so 260 away.
Okay, thanks.
Wow.
I swear to God, I'm going to make can you, that microphone's borderline obnoxious. It's so cool.
Sorry.
What a disparagement. As far as, the
disparagement to you.
Yeah, to me, man, let's make Bubba sound real tinny and stupid with a mic processor that literally is probably 12 years old. But hold on, I found one in the back here, seems to be working. And they put it online for themselves, and Rhett sounds like God. And we all sound like we're talking in, coffee cans compared to him. And listen, I'm not some rookie when it comes to what the audio chains sound like. I've been doing radio for 40 years.
Even though you're going deaf, no offense, but
shut up.
Sorry,
you're irritating lately.
What? Me?
Yeah, you're just a little just jabbing.
You are going deaf. You say that all the time.
Is she not just a negative jabber?
Yes,
for real. Yep. I actually wrote down 4 examples today. Seriously.
That's what you thought about during the break?
Yeah, I'm like, this is
how much of a noise.
No, for really. I'm like, she's being, maybe chat will agree with me or maybe not.
Oh, they certainly will if you're saying anything bad about me.
To me, it seems like Anna has become like a negative jabber. Like the Julie Bernal deal.
I didn't know that the story ends with him dying.
But you didn't know the end of the story. But so why do you, while I'm telling the story, throw in negative, condescending jabs when you know nothing about the story. Nothing.
I
You don't know where I'm
apologize.
going for. But so you're just in there wired negatively, waiting to not to contribute to my story, but to squirrel and negative jab it. Like, and it's been happening more frequently than
I do apologize.
Well, yeah, I know you're a bet, but that means nothing with your little I do apologize.
The best apologies change behavior. I'm sorry.
And like I don't know if it's and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. And
Probably
listen,
not.
But here's the deal. I'm on Rumble right now. But I think I need to switch over to you. No, I think I'll stick with Rumble.
Yeah, YouTube.
I'm going to stick with Rumble,
Yeah.
and I might flip over to YouTube here momentarily. But I wasn't prepared to talk about this on the air. I was going to talk to Anna about it privately.
Oh, that's even worse.
But no, and here's hold on. Here's the deal. Look, hold on. I'm not going to let you really get a good bearing on it, but I wrote down 4 specific things that have really pissed me off.
Just today or like in general?
Just in general.
Oh, okay.
And I was going to have an off-air meeting with you today about it. And so I want to just talk about it on the air.
All right, let's do it.
Because that's how we usually
handle business.
Remedy things.
Yeah.
As uncomfortable as it potentially may be. And I want everybody to be fair. I'm asking everybody. Now, you have to understand, Lummy, I have to continually tweak and try to be mindful of how the show sounds, how it's perceived, how certain people act, and then my comfortability, whatever. How would you say it? My
comfortability.
The comfort that I have as the host, being my show, building this brand for a while. You know, it's been a long journey building the Bubba Army brand. You know, it's a journey where in 1996 I splintered off corporate radio and became an independent contractor, and meaning that, you know, I paid for my employees. I had my own studios. I'm not an employee of your corporation. I am just a contracted, syndicated, you know, thing. And so I've continued, while I've done that, I've had various lineups over the years, and the lineup changes from time to time. And I'm happy with the lineup right now, but it seems like Dan has, it's like you and Dan, and that's the only 2 people that I really need to have a talk with. You and Dan have developed like this negative, trying to always trip me up thing, so to speak. Like where it's compliment and contribute to the show before you're a critic of the show. Try to compliment and help me get through my monologue listen, some funny stuff is funny. When you guys trip me up, it's funny. Like if you would throw an old brother in there, you guys know. You guys know my tolerances. You do. You know what I will. You know what I'm going to be mad about and what I'm not going to be mad about. But it seems as though some of us do, and a few of us have gotten off the beaten path a little bit. Now you don't have to always agree with me. That's not what I'm looking for.
Okay.
But I'm not looking for mean-spirited, throw me off of my trail jabs. Like with Rich, for instance. You know, I'm talking about a friend of mine who is a hairdresser. Yes, it's probably uncommon for a male hairdresser not to be gay, but what does it matter at the end of the day?
I think the line was he did guys too, and then I just, added
He went
in.
both ways.
Yeah, right.
And it's like
it was low hanging fruit.
Right, and there's been a lot.
Certainly not highbrow.
And it seems to be more and more of that.
Yes.
And let me now that I have laid out my side of the deal, and I don't want Dan to change. I don't want Anna to change. I just want you to be more mindful of always trying to be a negative jab instead of a funny jab.
Okay.
Or maybe not. Maybe just shut up every once in a while.
Yeah.
When you got this thing that you think is funny, like Dan, how many times yesterday did he zookeep? I mean, and listen, some people may not even know the dynamic of the show to know what is a zookeep. When Bubba says Dan pulled 2 or 3 zookeeps yesterday, I'm not a big enough fan of the Bubba the Love Sponge show to even know what that means. Okay, don't worry about it. But there's a hardcore bunch of people, a bunch of Bubba Army that knows the ins and outs, Lummy, and knows the lingo, and knows the K5, and knows the Shakespeare off, and knows the baby face and the reverse the heat. Like there's a lot of those people that listen to the show. And when I said that Dan and Lummy, I know you love Dan, or maybe Rhett. I'm not going to ask Anna because she's won't get. See, Anna, I'm so afraid now to even incorporate you into various things because I feel as if all I'm going to get is blowback. Like negative blowback.
Quite the contrary.
No, that's not how you feel. That's how I feel, though. And again, back to the feeling. Like I've had, I continually, at this particular point, I'm going to start tweaking the lineup a little bit.
Yeah.
I am. I'm going to start tweaking the lineup a little bit because I feel as if the show is becoming a cynical cut on me. And I had that with Manson for 20 some years and I'm tired of it. And again, you don't got to be like Lummy and run through a brick wall for me, but make me look funny and good before you make me look, stupid. There's a time to make me look stupid, and I got the thickest of skin. I really do. But those times need to be far more thought out and funny and less low-hanging fruit.
Okay.
And so I'm going to go to chat now, Lummy. And Lummy, I'll tell you what. I tell you what, you're gonna I'm on Rumble.
Oh, yes.
And I just want, and I'm going to probably throw this to the inner circle too. Am I wrong in my feelings that I have currently about how things are going with Dan and Anna? Am I wrong? Am I just Bubba feeling sorry for myself, or am I Bubba who has hosted this show since 2000 since I've hosted a group show, Lummy, since 1996.
Yes.
1996, it was the original lineup was me, Manson, Brent, and Cowhead. That was the original lineup in 1996 when I started doing man-skewing, group-involved morning radio. So I've been doing it for that long, and I know what I like, and I know what I don't like, and I know when I feel good about the show, and I know when I feel uneasy about it. And so I'm going to go to chat now, and I'm going to, but see, Lummy, I'm afraid chat's going to instantaneously turn on me and try to put me in a bad mood because that's what
chat sometimes does.
I feel like chat hates me more than you, so this may be in your favor.
No, but they love Dan.
They do love Dan.
But they need to realize, man.
But they do hate me.
And I love Dan too, and I want you to love Dan. He has the strap. But if you're going to be intellectually honest about Dan, he did get 3 or 4 zookeeps in. I mean, Lummy, did he not? Did he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He did some tukis. Yeah.
I mean, he's been doing that a lot. And I'll tell you the other thing. Dan overtalks me all the time. All the time. Like I'll start saying something and he'll either overtalk me or he'll start talking and I start talking. And the rule is you're supposed to shut up and because I chimed in. Most people know that. That's just the way it goes. Sorry. And he won't stop. So then I'll stop or just whatever. I feel like I'm battling him. I don't feel like I battle anybody else. I do not feel like that about Anna. I do not feel that way about Lummy. I don't feel that way about Rhett, where they just overtalk me. And he does that a lot. Along with, 4 or 5 zookeepers yesterday, a little bit. Lummy, it seems to me he's like a little bit more arrogant and cocky, and I think he's got a little bit of chat cancer. I think Dan's got a little chat cancer.
I think we all have a little bit of chat. No?
I mean, Lummy doesn't have chat cancer because they love Lummy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think they love, Rhett. But I look at chat and don't engage as much as Dan does. They all hate me. Like, they hate me, which I don't even understand.
I don't think they do. I'm looking at Rumble right now, and it seems to be in your favor.
So I want you to, because I got to go to words, Lummy.
Oh yeah.
I got to go to words.
Yeah.
I got to go to words. And so I'm gonna monitor Rumble, and I'm gonna monitor actually all of them during the break. I'm gonna monitor all of them: Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And if I'm wrong, set me straight. Say, Bubba, man, you're wrong. You're wrong. Anna and Dan are not doing that. It's all in your head. Now, meanwhile, I've been doing radio quite a while, and I know how I feel. Like, I know how I feel. I know how I feel the show is, and I mean, let me statistically too, right? I mean, we're down. So if people, contribute based on the quality of the program, well, they're not real happy right now. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go monitor all 4, and I'll be back with Anna's 30 menu item, potential new menu items that I could go to when I bring back my food review. And then let me that guy who in hockey got killed immediately when the opposing guy's skate went right by his jugular vein and cut it wide open and he died.
Yep.
They now have charged that guy with the skate. And a lot of people are saying, well, it was just a hockey move. But I guess as they interviewed people, some people had said that the guy had made some statements. Like the guy's arrested.
He's been in trouble before with some rough play in hockey.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to Anna's 30 items that I could potentially go to, and I'm going to be reading your chat, which could be just catastrophic, which is probably the last thing I should be doing between commercials is reading chat and fighting with you like Dan does. But I'm going to go over there. Be friendly, please.
Hey, everybody, listen up.
Come on, you're listening to the one and only
Bubba the Love Sponge!
Oh my God.
Bubba the Love Sponge, baby.
The Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
Tell them to leave the mic on all 4 instead of doing the wide deal.
Hi, country girl. Thank you so much.
So if they have gone to the wide deal, go back to the 4 square.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I can see that they've gone back. Go back to the 4 square.
Anna is radio cancer. Yes.
Okay, I haven't started. I'll mention where I am right now. I'm getting everything refresh.
Okay. You're on Rums or?
I'm on Rumble.
Okay.
Come on.
Anna sucks. She's stupid. She's ugly. She's got a great back though. Nice record, nice puzzles. John Costica, thank you. You Skippy. Thank you, Scary Terry. Bob Army Chick, not a fan.
Oh, Fort Walton Beach says I'm wrong. I'm straight wrong. Okay, cousin.
Bob Army Chick says I'm just bad. Show will get better.
You complain about Anna and Dan, but I want to bring Seth back. Yeah, I do want to bring Seth back. It's a different dynamic.
Sure is. Anna kills the show. Felix the Cat, good morning. Anna is a novice, yeah, thank you.
Well, listen to this guy.
Yeah.
He tells me to let Dan come in and be the host and watch how long it takes for me not to have a show. That Dan's going to be like that much better than me. And
how does that make you feel, Bubba?
Yeah. Okay, I've seen enough of you chat. I appreciate you guys being complete fucking dicks. I shouldn't even talked about this on the air. That's the problem. I share too much with you, and then you turn it around on me. But meanwhile...
Well, I think the one Bud Light guy was actually on your side, saying that if Dan was the host, the show would no longer be around.
No, I took it. Okay, perfect. I'm just... Anna and Dan's got me just automatically skewed to be thinking that everything's negative. It's all their fault.
Sorry, I'm sorry. It's contagious.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Dark Match Steve. I can't read that, but I was.
Donna Clem is right. The show has turned in with her, but you're right. The show has turned into The View with everybody talking over each other. You're right about that. That's why I'm trying to fucking make these changes. I like the show more without Dan because he gets old after a while, always getting angry about dumb stuff. I agree about that. I think Dan's made it way too political. All right, I think I'm in line with YouTube. I like YouTube. And then I'm gonna go. Now I'm on Twitch.
Oh no!
I'm on Twitch.
Twitch is where all the OGs are.
Dan's ego is way too big to have on the show. I miss Seth. Brent would be good. Dan is the man. 3 days of Dan is too much. What kind of show is this? You're right, it's a fucking little bitch fest is what it is.
What's up, Joe, man?
Merch Crick is not going to go on the air. I've never had a person that I dated as a... Well, I'm just saying. I'm not going to go there.
Oh, sorry.
Seth sucks. Seth is bad for the show. See, that's exactly why I need to bring him back, because he's highly polarizing. Look at everybody. I mean, look at Anna. She's polarizing. Dan, he's polarizing. Tampa Terry said I'm right. Thank you. Now I'm over to Facebook, Lummy.
Oh,
yeah, stay away from Rumble.
Is Rumble really being a bunch of dicks? I'm going back. I'm going back over to Rumble.
Do not look at Rumble.
All right, hold on. I'm going to Rumble.
No, don't go to Rumble.
Lummy, is Rumble being a bunch of dicks?
Yeah, they're being dicks.
Let me see.
Yeah, no, they're all.
Needs his T-score checked because he's the wettest pussy of the BRN lately.
Wait, what was that?
Wettest pussy? That doesn't even make sense.
Where the hell is Senate footage of the Democrat? Yeah, exactly. We're gonna get to that. Bubba is being a pussy. Okay. Not like Anna.
Oh, that's
just back her down a notch. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm fucking trying to do. I'm bringing back Lasker. I'm bringing back Brent. I'm bringing back Tuttle. I'm bringing back Seth. I'm just telling you. That's what I'm doing. All right, I can't read this anymore. I got to go back to this show. I got to break my 30 in order to have Paul on.
Yeah, 40. How much? Yeah.
I love everything about the show.
Every day for 4 hours, man. It just makes time fly by.
Gotta be Bubba.
This is awesome. I love it. And I spent about 2 hours in my car when it's supposed to be a 20-minute break.
Yeah.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Paul Tuttle at 8:40. Alex Stein 9:15. We'll end the show at 9:54, which means I have to be like really on time. Because I got to do my podcast, my 30-minute podcast for the closure of the open-ended story that I was supposed to tell on Monday's podcast, but got completely squirreled. So now I got to finish it out. And we will do that at 10:05 to 10:35. That'll be, of course you can't hear that or nothing. And that's going to be up by noon today on our podcasting world. Lummy, do you have X and TikTok on the distribution deal? On the repurposing of the podcast?
Yes, we do.
I'll do Facebook. Anna, you do Insta.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Thanks. Okay, chat, thank you. Thank you for your input. Thank you. I'm done now. I thank you. I think I've got a pretty good cross-section of what I need to do. And here's what I'm doing. I'm bringing Seth, Tuttle, Lasker, and Brent back. And it's going to be in all different shapes and sizes and days and parameters. One thing I'm going to do with Seth is a podcast only, Clem Cush, where it's just going to be available on podcasts. So if you don't like Seth on the radio, maybe you'll like, then that wouldn't even really scratch your world, if you will, because you probably wouldn't go in order to get a podcast, you have to physically go find it, download it, and listen to it, and it's usually something that you like. Whereas, if you stumble upon something that's happening live, you could certainly not like what that. But it's tougher to hate a podcast when you've actually downloaded it. You had to go seek it out and download it, then you hate it. That sounds kind of stupid, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Before I get into the 30 menu items, Lummy, and then break, this was what happened. Everybody's talking about it, and we need to probably get to it pretty quickly. And that, because I don't know how much time we're going to have between the two guests.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm assuming Alex Stein would be talking about this.
Oh, of course.
Hold on. Oh, Jesus, first time back. I got to turn them all down. Stand by. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all at the Bubba Army. Yes, I'm bitching a lot. I know you hate me. I know you do. Thanks. So, Lummy, there was a senator on the Senate floor yesterday
Mark Wayne Mullen.
Talking about, what was he talking about?
He was talking to, I didn't know exactly what this was. I just had to look it up. The Teamsters. It's a union.
The head of the Teamsters.
International Brotherhood of Teamsters is a labor union in the United States and Canada.
And this senator was arguing with the Teamster guy?
Yes.
Okay.
He was reading off what the Teamster said in a conversation, I believe, on a podcast radio show.
Oh, he's an ex-MMA fighter?
Yeah, he was 3-0.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. This guy right here.
Oh, I missed that part.
And here's the cool thing about it. Like, hell yeah, that we got a state senator. Now, this isn't a representative where there's 539 of them. State senators are really, 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 really way more powerful than, there's only 2 per state. There's only 100 of them total.
And he is a Native American.
So, when you're a state senator,
Cherokee.
When you're a state senator, you are. That's pretty slinging
prestigious.
That's
yes,
very far
especially
more.
with a larger state, because you got to think how many people are there in California, and yet there's only 2.
Right. So this guy is a senator from where, Lummy?
Oklahoma.
From Oklahoma.
Not a great state, but that's okay.
No, but hold on. Oklahoma certainly isn't a pussy-ass state now. You got a little bit of an Oklahoma grizzle about yourself if you live in I'll put somebody in Oklahoma, an average chick. I'll get some chick from Newport Beach, Canada, California. Yeah. Oklahomaans are probably just tougher people in general.
Oh, without question. Let me ask you this, though. Do you think, when you hear Oklahoma, do you think Midwest or South?
Midwest.
Okay.
Definitely Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy here is a senator from Oklahoma, and what people don't know is he is a former UFC, MMA guy, and he's 3-0.
Yeah.
So
4-0.
Hold on. Hell yeah. These are the kind of people I want in Senate. Now, I don't know if the guy runs left or right, probably far right.
That's right, yep.
But I don't care. I'll automatically, even that liberal that I may not like, if he's got this guy's credentials, I automatically like him better. I automatically think that he comes from the cut of a different cloth. I automatically think that this guy's cool. Even if this guy was from Massachusetts and was as blue as you could be, being a trained MMA guy that made it to the level of UFC, and within that we're 3-0. That's some swing indeed.
And he ran his own plumbing business.
Yeah,
so.
This guy's a man.
Owner.
This guy's a real dude. Then, secondly, even though he has a dress shirt on, you can still see if you look at him. Those are some big ass shoulders. Those are gym sloping type shoulders. That guy's jacked.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much the two women behind him.
No, they're not jacked.
No,
they're the reverse of jacked.
Not jacked.
He tries to hire Native Americans.
Here we go.
Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be.
So he's reading what this
mean tweet.
what this the head of the Teamster says about this dude.
Yep.
Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy.
So this is the best ever. This is absolutely the best ever. Here we go.
This is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
No, stop it.
Is that your
All right.
solution every
Hold it. No, sit down. Sit down. Okay. You're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Oh, okay.
By the way, this is Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders.
And Bernie
C-block in this fight.
Yeah, Bernie. This has really got Bernie sensory overload. Like this is way more than Bernie can handle.
This is awesome.
Like Bernie's a snowflake. Like Bernie be the last guy in the world that want to ever fight.
He does like
These guys are on both opposite ends of the spectrum. Senator Mullen, you want to run your mouth and find out? Go ahead. Bernie is like he doesn't even want he doesn't want even you to use a fly swatter in the Senate chambers. He doesn't want to even kill flies. He's so snowflake.
No, sit down. Sit down. Okay. You're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
You're a United States Senator.
All right.
Can I respond? Mr.
Hold it. We can't. No, I have the mic. I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't.
By the way, Bernie's freaked.
Yeah.
Bernie is freaked right now.
He looks disheveled.
This is a hearing.
I got to tell you, man, if he's older than Joe Biden, is he not?
I believe he is.
I got to
Let's
tell you right
see.
now, man, Bernie Sanders is far more spry and up with it.
82.
Okay, so, and how old is Biden?
He's going to be 81 on
All right.
November 20th.
So Senator Sanders is older than our president.
By 1 year, yes.
And this guy's got far, not that he would have been a better president, but with as far as being coherent and being able to be present and know what's going on and diffuse a situation. Our president was, you guys, looks like there might be gonna be a
Sanders
fight.
is sharp.
Sanders, hell yeah, buddy.
I mean, we don't really agree with him all much, but he's sharp.
Oh, he's there. He's buttoned up.
Yeah.
A hearing. And God knows the American people have enough contempt for Congress. Let's not
I don't
make
like
it worse.
thugs and bullies.
And
that's
I don't like you because you
Hold
just
it.
described yourself.
Hold it. You have the mic.
Yeah.
You have time.
All right.
Make your statement.
Then let's do this, because I did challenge you and I accepted your challenge, and you went quiet.
No, I didn't go quiet.
Hold on.
You challenged me to a cage match, acting like a 12-year-old schoolyard bully.
Excuse me. Hold it. No, excuse me.
I will say exactly.
Senator Mullen, I have the mic. You have questions on any economic issues, anything that said, go for it. We're not here to talk about physical abuse.
You brought.
We're not
him
talking
in.
about
Physical abuse.
Of course,
And let me show you his hearing, because I want to expose this thug to who he is. And
Could you not point at me? That's disrespectful.
I don't care about respecting you at all. I
don't
respect
respect
people
you
that I
at all.
respect. So
All right,
let me
hold it. No.
Bernie is losing it.
He is.
You're one of
Yeah,
us.
hold
I'm
it.
the most
Hold
elite
it,
people.
please.
I'm Bernie Sanders, and Anna and Dan are these two dudes. I feel that's what I'm trying to
I
do.
got the
I'm
mic.
trying to-
With each
I got
other.
the mic.
Please. All right.
Please, Dan, please.
This is excuse me. This is a hearing.
This is a show. I need you two to get along. Quit being such a dick. Quit counter programming.
Discuss economic issues. All right. If you have questions for Mr. O'Brien
Look at
or
her eyes
anybody
in the
else
back.
on what he has said, go for it. But we're not here to talk about fights.
Man, the guy from the Teamsters, he may think he's Johnny Billy Badass.
Yeah.
He will get his ass handed to him.
Big time.
He will get killed. Here are the 30 potential things I might be going to order if once I get my food review going back again. That is contingent upon me getting my new kick-ass Adam from Fender Works freshly painted 2004 Crown Vic with full light package. Let me.
Awesome.
Burger King has the ghost pepper chicken fries and Whopper. Lummy, I don't know. Last time I went to Burger King, they tried to call the cops on me.
Yeah, it's hot.
Pizza Hut bacon cheater. Nah. Taco Bell. Hold on. I have seen the Pete Davidson Taco Bell breakfast deal, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
It does look pretty good. The Taco Bell breakfast tacos and nacho fries. But what I'm saying is, like, Lummy, would you be able to order a breakfast taco like at lunch?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
They stopped serving, I think, at 11.
McDonald's new sauces, not interested.
I see a lot of people reviewing that.
Arby's fried mac and cheese bites. Oh.
Daddy like.
I like it, but Lummy, you know they hate me. But Lummy, you know what I could do? Is when I'm ordering,
yes,
I could do it through the megaphone.
Yeah, you could.
Be like, welcome to Arby's. I'd be on the megaphone, Lummy. I'd be like, hi, this is Bubba. You know the guys that you guys always flip out on because I'm like recording you for my YouTube channel, which has over 100,000 subscribers, by the way. And I'd like to order some mac and cheese bites. Now, realize I'm going to drive up in my new, in a black Crown Vic car. There's a bunch of lights on top of it. I got a pit bull and a big-breasted camera lady. And every time I go through here, you're always like, no camera, no camera, no camera, no camera. Well, I'm Cameron.
Why do you wear like a Guy Fawkes mask or something like that?
Those might not be available by the time you get there. The fried mac and cheese bites.
Why?
They came out October 23rd, and it looks like they were running for a month.
Oh.
Because I'm on Arby's now.
November 23rd?
I didn't know if you were going to have it back.
I don't know. I'll do it. I'm nothing. Starbucks, not interested. Dunkin' Donuts, not interested.
Really?
Wendy's, peppermint frosty.
You like peppermint stuff? Come on.
Culver's Curder Burger.
I had that.
Yes, Lummy. Did you?
Yeah, I tried it. I tried it a little bit ago before you try it. Before I thought you were going to try it. It was good. I think you like it.
Papa John's, Twix, Papa Bites. What are these, Lummy? They're Twix.
Just like bread with chocolate in them.
I had to do that.
Cheesecake filling.
I don't think we have any White Castles around here, do we, Lummy?
No, we don't.
We don't have White Cat. Dairy Queen. I don't want any fall blizzards. Hardee's, cinnamon. I don't like raisins. Sonic Hickory Cheeseburger and pickle fries. Well, Lummy, I could get the Hickory barbecue cheeseburger and give the pickle fries to Merch Crit.
There you go.
So I'm going to do that. Panera, not interested after that one time.
Yeah. That was
Del Taco. Do we have a Del Taco around here?
No.
Okay.
No. Thinking like Plant City.
Popeyes. Oh. Popeyes is one of my favorites. Spicy truff chicken sandwich.
I've heard it's actually delicious.
Yeah, Popeyes is going to fancy this winter with its new spicy truff sandwich. It's the chain's popular fried chicken breast, but it's topped with the Truff brand spicy truffle mayo.
Yeah, you'd like it. And their blackened chicken sandwich is good. They just came back out with.
I like to get the stock Popeyes and then put red beans and rice on top of it.
Yum.
Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich. Maybe. Zaxby's fried chicken Philly. Chicken parm loaded fries. Oh, yeah, I need to do that because Merch Crick would eat that. Do we have a Whataburger?
No.
No Whataburger?
No.
Do we have a Bojangles? Well, we do in Ocala. Little C's, can't do that because Tom Bean. Jack in the Box ain't got one of those. Lon John Silver's ain't got one of those.
There's one in Brandon, actually. Off at 60.
Would you go to Salem's?
Jimmy John's Barbecue Ranch Chicken Crunch. What's that? What's that?
A sandwich? It's a sub.
Noodles and Company don't have that. KFC hot and spicy wings. I could do that. Let me.
That's the Dion one.
I don't have that one. Do we have a
Qdoba?
Do we have a Shake Shack?
Yeah, there's a Shake Shack. Oh my God, there's a Shake Shack in Midtown.
They're not drive-through.
What's wrong with your dog?
She wants to hump.
I don't know.
You know what's wrong.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be in here with me.
No, she wants to be getting lesbian with my dog.
Yeah.
She wants to. Lummy, did you get that video to me?
Yeah, I uploaded it onto YouTube.
Okay.
Scout and Belgo.
So the
how much of a dirty humper his dog is? I have that coming up.
So the new movie coming out, Good Burger 2. Arby's is doing on November 22nd a release of a burger like it, and I guess there's a little bit of hype behind it at Arby's.
What?
It's the Good Burger, the movie.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger.
Can't take it all
there's hype behind
They
this.
made a.
You held on. You need to use the one of Waters as an example of people that work the drive-through that don't want to work it.
Yeah, there you go.
Wasn't that a lot about Good Burger? Is the guys didn't want to be there, so they were like, welcome to Good Burger. Like they didn't care.
I don't remember. I saw that movie in theaters in like 1994.
Oh, by the way, I gotta go to words, but I tried to watch your stupid ass 13 hours.
That was Dan's
didn't like
recommendation.
No, I did.
I thought it was good, but
Why?
Dan recommended it.
Because because you know what?
Keep
I'm
stressing
tired
out.
of that military action-packed, film that has 5 or 6 dudes from different special forces of the military, and they all converge into a particular location.
Isn't this based on a true story?
I
though?
know, but hold on. And then they all just cut on each other based on like their mustache. Like I'm just tired of that slapstick. They all make fun of each other. They all live in the same house. Like I'm tired of that nonsense.
Did you get to the action scene?
Yeah, I got. Whatever.
Did you watch all of it?
No, I got rid of it and I started watching Savage from 2012 with John Travolta about these 2 dudes that have this pot operation in California, and then the cartel kidnaps their girlfriend and then starts beheading people.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
that's a really good movie.
Yeah, well, I got halfway into it.
That's old.
It's from 12.
It is,
but it still holds up.
The 2 brothers. Yeah, that's a good movie.
And the blonde's hot as hell.
Oh, that's the one married to Ryan Reynolds.
Blake Lively.
Yeah,
Oh,
and so's the dark-haired bitch that plays the villain. She seems pretty.
She's the Spanish chick that's in everything.
Penelope Cruz, Salma Hayek.
One of those.
I think it's her. I think
it's
the last
Salma
one.
Hayek.
Salma Hayek. Yeah.
Let me do some words so I can do Paul Tuttle on the back.
Yes.
Stand by.
Yep, he insulted everyone during that last break. The Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
I hate these movies that are based on true life events.
Savage is a really good movie.
It's a movie or a series?
It's a movie.
What is it about? I know you just
These
found
2
it.
surfer brothers with the hot Blake Lively.
Oh,
they did this drug.
I've been watching Tell Me Who I Am again.
I like those cartel movies.
That shit was good. Alright. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you love fetus.
I haven't seen any good comedy in fucking years.
I don't like it anymore. Because Bubba said he can only go before the weekend. Bubba's dreams being 2X. Jake81, good morning, and Sizzler, I didn't get it. So never came in. I think this is like your fishing channel that you never sent me. dreams. I think he meant it was the mole. Yeah, I couldn't get my phone open quick enough to record more of it, and he's the one that pulled me in. I wasn't paying attention. I was building on his little racetrack. Morning, Rudy. What's up, Debo?
Is that Paul?
Yeah, honey.
Oh, he's calling in.
Good morning, Bubba the Love Sponge, sir. Yeah, hold on. We're coming back from break. In about
3 minutes, 2 minutes.
And we'll come right to you. All right, hold on 1 second. Close, come.
I've been feeling pretty.
Come on, Snizzo. You can do it.
You can, Gabe.
Yes, Steve Grumpy old man. He's ride this weekend on Saturday.
Sup, everybody?
Oh, come on, Snizzer. You said your own thing.
I agree, Bubba Dreams being 2X. Best worst. I've been feeling pretty.
Terry? Is that what it is? Some behind the scenes. Working. He's looking so proud.
Live from Tampa, Florida, home of the big, fat, greasy bitch, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. And now, here's your host, Bubba the Love Sponge.
No wonder Paul likes our shift. If Paul was able to hear that on hold, he's probably like, what in the hell? I knew I liked this show for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Paul,
really like that senator talk too.
Yeah, oh yeah. Paul would be a guy to kick somebody's ass. Paul, it's Bubba. How are you, buddy?
What's up, bud? What are you doing, man?
What's the? I'm just in here, doing my job, like you tack welding some stupid fender on or something like that. Just something. There probably got to be a point when you were doing your reality stuff. You got it like, man, I got to get up at 5 o'clock. I got to. Like, what would your average day entail when you guys were shooting the show?
Man, you know what? It could be anywhere from 7 to 4:30, or it could be from 7 to 7 o'clock the next morning.
Whoa. Hold on. And isn't it all about, by the way, talking to Paul Tuttle, he's, obviously the founder of American Chopper and
OCC.
I'm sorry, Orange County Choppers, but the television show was called American Chopper. And so 7 in the morning till 7 the next morning, and is it a bunch of is it a bunch of the TV dudes that are overthinking the shot altogether, and they're want the lighting perfect, and you're probably like, bitch, turn the cameras on and let's go, let's get it.
Yeah, actually it's not, because we set the pace, you know what I mean? So, a lot of the stuff you see is true. So if we got a deadline and, things aren't working out the way they're supposed to be, then if we got to put in 24 hours, then we work 24 hours. And the cameras, they need to keep up with us.
But that was only on these big time, probably, show bikes that you're building that you got a hard deadline on because the celebrity is only available to pick it up from that kind of time. That's probably what your deadlines entailed, probably.
Well, it was mostly big corporations,
right?
Which is even tougher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you're building a bike for Miller Lite or Coke or something like that, they don't want to wait around.
No, if they got an event they're doing and the bike's supposed to be unveiled on that day, and there's thousands of people there, no, you cannot roll in without a bike.
And let's just be honest, if we can be honest, Paul, when you got big corporation that's ordering a bike compared to Johnny just down the street guy, I mean, you can pretty much you can pad up that bill kind of good when you got Walmart buying a bike compared to Johnny Consumer, right? I'm just saying that's good. That's good money right there, buddy. They're not going to bitch over a $200 fender that Johnny No Name would.
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
They're like, what? It's how much, sir? It's $56,000. Yeah, no problem. We'll take 2. That's what corporations say. But meanwhile, Johnny down the road's going to be, well, Paul, I can't do 56, but I can do 49. Go, you take 49 and a half for it. You get all that kind of stuff.
It's true, But I'll tell you a little secret. The big advertisers, the big people like Schneider Electric and HP, those people, if you think about it for a second, they're getting 42 minutes of TV time advertisement. That would be it was equivalent to $10 million. So in order to get that kind of exposure, they would have to spend $10 million.
But that also was a big selling. That was a big selling point for the TV series. That's why they were able to get all that corporation, because the corporation's bean counter says, well, hold on, they really do have something here. We're going to get 42 minutes of prime time, all about our brand, because I'm sure every time you yelled about Paul, you always would include the brand. Hey, do we got that that Snyder electrical bike done yet? So you're right. Probably for the value of buying a regular commercial on a regular show compared to organically being the bike that you guys build, you couldn't even probably put a value on that.
100%.
And that's why you had all the corporations all lined up.
Yes, we did. So we probably did a corporation out there.
So Paul, what does retired life look like for Paul? Like, what time do you usually get up? Do you still hit the gym?
My morning consists of this morning. I got up at 7, let the dogs out. I went out, loaded my wife's bike on the trailer so I could get it down for the ride on Saturday. And now I'm talking to you. Then I'll head to the shop and drop the bike off, and then I'll have to do some work on the bikes that are there. Then I'll come home, and on the way home, I'll stop in the gym, work out, and then come back, maybe feed the horses, the cows, or whatnot. If my wife hasn't already done that.
We never saw. We got a really good look at your legs, but I guarantee you that every day is an arm day.
That's true.
Every day is an arm day, bitch. I promise you that. Even if it's just a touch-up day, you may go heavy arms on Monday, then Tuesdays will just be a touch-up on the arms, probably. I mean, the one thing I'm like the first time I saw you on TV, Paul, I'm like, who is that old guy that's jacked up, that's mad as hell? And that's kind of like what you want. I mean, that was your persona, and people gravitated to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, if you were some like 155-pound regular dude, but you got big ass arms and shoulders and you look mean as hell, that's what people were drawn to. If you were a nerd, you wouldn't have done near as good, Paul. I'm just saying.
And the handlebar mustache. Billy Badass.
It's the mustache, the tattoos.
Yeah, and the attitude. Woo.
Yeah.
By the way, you were here on the show a few days ago, a week ago, and you're like, man, I kind of like about some of the topics that you guys would talking about and stuff. So I actually, we know all about you. We're gonna promote your big deal. Of course, your biggest of deals is the ride with you at 9:00 on Saturday. That's the big thing. So you can still register for all that by going to stpetebikefest.com, and it's way easier to pre-register if you want to be part of Paul's ride. But then they get back to Orange County Choppers, and they got vendors, they got wrestling, they got a burnout competition, they got Friday night they got Queensrÿche going to be there.
Oh yeah, they do. That's right.
Yeah. So I mean,
wow.
The Orange County Choppers, man, it's also a venue for. Like their outdoor venue, they can fit 4,000 people in there. So, we're promoting all that. Paul, you're the best. You're the best. I love you. Anything you need, I'm here for you. But I wanted to go through a couple of headlines today and get Paul's spin on it. Because everybody can talk about how many shows you had and you're Paul Tuttle, you're the man, always build the best chopper, blah blah blah. But let's talk about what Paul thinks about a few things. You ready?
Send it.
All right. Is it ever okay? Here's Lummy. This comes from CBS News. Is it ever okay for your boss to yell at people in the workplace? That's my first question to you, Paul.
You mean overall, right? Like in a workplace with a boss. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. It says a high-profile legal battle between actor Robert De Niro and his former assistant has brought a spotlight onto the changing workplace environment, even in Hollywood, an industry notorious for being volatile and sometimes downright criminal. A jury awarded the famous actor's assistant $1.2 million because he was yelling and he was doing Paul like Tuttle. That's how he rolls. And a jury we're so snowflaked out that a jury in L.A. actually gave this woman $1.2 million.
Well, that's kind of ridiculous. When you start demeanoring people, then I have an issue with that. Yelling at people,
You're very effective at that.
Well, I am. And you know what? It works. And if even like I try to do the right thing. Hey, we got to get this job done and whatnot, and then it's kind of like I come back out and people are still tiptoeing through the tulips, and then it's then it's got to be, hey, you can't. I don't know if you could beat me. You probably can't beat me.
Yeah, I can beep you. I can beep you.
Yeah. So it's like just get the fucking job done, and that's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This is the decision. Fucking do it. Oh. That's the way it goes. Get it done.
And so in your mind, you're thinking, well, I tried the nice approach, and these numbnuts are still taking advantage of me. So now I got to do the flip out approach, and that worked. So then, us being basically conditioned monkeys, you then have conditioned yourself to think, the nice guy didn't work, but the flip out did. I'm just going to go straight to the flip out.
You watched the show?
Yeah.
But but Paul, also don't you think that, that the generation, that the young people that we have now, the 18 to let's say 34s, they haven't had dads like you and my dad. They've had these other snowflake ass dads that believe in participation trophies and putting kids in timeout and not whacking their ass and talking them to death. That generation is now an adult and they're so soft. Like when you would have a younger kid come into the shop, could you and work, apply for a job, and I got to think that as you guys got more and more popular, you probably had all kinds of people applying just to even sweep the floors and things. And did you ever hire a younger person and like have the mindset like I do, like that generation's just soft. You can't even give them any tough love or direction.
Well, you know what? I agree with you, but there's still the few out there that are, I have a kid, 17 years old, that comes on the farm with me over here, and he works with me, and he is I would take him in the house. I would have him move in with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the majority. I think you're right, but there's still those few out there that their dad had work ethics that passed down to their kids.
Well, the guy the kid that's working for you is certainly the exception, and that kid's a direct reflection upon how his dad. Because kids are basically direct reflections on how they've been raised, how their dads are.
But I can tell you something else too. You could raise, as far as I'm concerned, I have the best work ethics that there is. You know what I mean? I've been since a kid. I've worked. I paid room and board when I was in high school. So I've always had these, morals and ethics. And I have 4 kids, and you're a power example by who you are, and a couple of my kids they never got it either. So, there's an example of, there's nothing better than
what you're saying is a couple of your boys, you raised them right, but they just got off the beaten path with some. And listen, you know what I'm going through? Oddly enough, I'm not going to ask questions about your son that you have a problem with, because you know what? I have the same situation I have a 22-year-old son that hasn't spoke to me for 2 years over a girl. His girlfriend doesn't like me, thinks I'm too strict. His fiance now. Sorry. I'm completely blocked. I can't even get a hold of the guy if I wanted to. He was my only son. I raised him up. Good. Got him into racing. Just thought I did a pretty damn good job as a dad. I was a prick at times, just like you. I mean, I got a lot of Paul Tuttle in me. I can explode, say some stuff, but it kills me not to have a relationship with my son. I know you're in that situation as well, and sometimes you and I probably blame ourselves, but I don't think it's fair to blame us. I really don't, and I'm going through the same thing you are, Paul. It sucks.
I look at it this way. There becomes a time that you have to say to yourself, did you not make an effort, And if you did make that effort to the best of your abilities and it still doesn't work, then you know what? It's not on you no more.
Right.
And I think that you don't have the power to change that. They only have that power. So when they want to come around, or if they don't want to come around, life moves on. And that's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody has opportunities. We're talking adults now. I mean, your son's 23.
Yeah, 22, 23, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's a young guy yet, but, he's old enough to know.
Yeah, boy, it sucks. And they say, well, eventually he'll come around. But, boy, you never really know. I mean, you never know when somebody's going to die or have a tragic accident and something like that. So, anyway, I feel for you, and I'm going through the very same thing. Another article.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Paul. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying, listen, no matter what, it hurts you. You know what I mean? No matter what, the decision, you got to make decisions, but it'll always be your son, and you'll always be, there'll always be something, you always be affected by it. But like I said before, you have to move on in life.
But you and I, being the dads that we are, we could get a call from our estranged sons at 3 a.m. that we're in a ditch and needed bailed out of jail because they did some stupid stuff. And guess what? Me and you would be there. I'm just telling you.
1,000%.
You know,
1,000%. That's who we are.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Now, once we picked him up for jail, he may get an earful.
Yeah, or he might be there for a while.
Now, Paul, how tough was your dad? Did you have a good relationship with your dad? Because I don't know if anybody's ever asked you that, and I don't know if that's a taboo question or not.
No, I never did. Never did. And I come from a very violent and dysfunctional family. So, you know, we grew up as kids getting beatings, you know what I mean? And pretty much that was the way it was until the point where you just left the house. But I did not have a good childhood, you know?
Right.
And, you know, I dealt with drugs, alcohol, and the whole 9 yards before I was able to get it together. But no, and I look at that as sometimes, and maybe I shouldn't compare, but, you know, I look at the way that what my kids got and what I gave them, and they don't have a clue. I don't think they'd ever be able to survive what I survived.
I like none of your kids. No disrespect to the 4 children that you have, but none of them could you know, grow up in Pearl River, New York, as basically, you know, abused and having to find your own way and pay room and board when you're in high school. That would be considered child abuse. I mean, you and I'd go to prison if you put those conditions under. And plus, our kids wouldn't even know what to do. Like, they're so soft. We didn't raise soft kids, but it's a softer generation.
Yeah, 100%. You know what it is? It's a generation of entitlement.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a generation of entitlement.
It's a generation of, man, when you and I played baseball and I went 0 for 4 and struck out 3 times, and my dad was driving me home and our team got beat 7-1. My dad said, "Hey, you dumbass, can't you hit the ball? I spent all last Saturday throwing balls with you, and you hit the hell out of them, and all of a sudden, did you forget everything that we talked about? Jesus, God, you suck tonight. I'm embarrassed." My Lord.
That might be a bit much.
But that's what my dad would say. But in today's world, it's...
You're not allowed to do that.
Listen, little Johnny, you know, you struck out 4 times. No big deal. We'll work on it. It's not a big deal. You guys got, you know, you got beat 7-1, but you got 1 run in there. That's pretty good. We can work on that, little Johnny. And little Johnny gets the same size trophy that the champions get, because they're afraid little Johnny's going to be sad.
It's true.
You got it figured out, bro.
I do. Don't forget, you guys can go and join Paul this Saturday for his bike ride. It's the Sunshine Skyway Charity Bike Ride with Paul. I think it's gonna be kickstands up at 9. I think kickstands up at 9. So when they say that, man, it means get there by 8, no later than 8:15. Pre-register by going to stpetebikefest.com. Oh, my final article for you, Paul. From the New York Post, and with your opinion, and as to if you've ever done this. I think you've been married 2 times, maybe 3. And the article says men let their wives win in competitions. The surprising reason revealed in this particular study, and it's saying that men sometimes will let their wife win at various board games and various other things, just so that they. What a pussy-ass dude. If you're going to let your wife... I want to beat my wife and tell her I beat you, bitch. You got to work harder.
In the game.
So she knows who's dominant in the relationship.
Yeah, don't be... Alpha. Alpha always wins. Don't be a little bitch. Paul, now your opinion, Paul.
My wife's very competitive. We're both very, very competitive, you know, and... I don't cut her any slack. Win, lose, or draw. If she wins, she wins. If she loses, she loses. But I'm not letting her win.
Yeah, you're not. Hey, Paul Tuttle ain't laying down to nobody. Period. Even if you're his wife.
But here's the problem. I lose most of the time.
Even when you're trying your hardest.
So you're like, man, old girl's got my. I don't lose a lot, but the L's that I do take are for my wife. Say it, Paul Tuttle.
We're both competitive, and we both ride. You know, we both ride choppers. And in Rockland County, there's a 9W, which is just a big long mountain. You know, and mostly sports bikes go over that. And they go pretty fast. Well, we take our choppers over that. And we always say at the bottom of the hill, listen, we're not going to do this because this is really dangerous. And it is dangerous, you know. So we start up the hill, and she's like, I'm on her ass a little bit. and then a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and there we are, all out going over this mountain again, like 70 miles an hour on choppers. And then what happens is the next time when we get to the other side, we say, "That's crazy, man. We're not doing that anymore." On the way home, we're going over that fucking mountain 90 miles an hour.
You can't help it. You just can't help it.
No,
and you know what people don't realize, Paul, is 90 on a regular, fully suspended, Honda or whatever. Maybe you got you a Honda Goldwing or something like that. 90, my Lord, it's like you're sitting in your recliner at home. But when you got a chopper and you got that bitch raked out and it doesn't have, choppers aren't known, Paul, for having the best suspensions. You can't have the best of both worlds. A chopper that's really, 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 really comfortable and really safe at high speeds. 90 mile an hour on a Goldwing ain't nothing. But you got that big ass raked out, easy rider chopper that Paul rides, and that little front tire just a winging up there. 90's treacherous in a chopper, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah. You know what it is.
Oh, I can only imagine going over the Skyway this weekend too.
No, Paul's afraid of the Skyway.
I don't blame him.
Don't let the Skyway make you its bitch now. Don't be a bitch over the Skyway, Paul.
I'm a little concerned about that.
Paul, you got to get somebody. I'd get like a truck or somebody to go to ride shotgun on the right-hand side, so all you're seeing is like a truck right beside you, and you just go right over, because it's a little bit. I've ridden on a motorcycle many a times, and I got to tell you, Paul, I'm a pretty experienced driver. It's sketch. It's a little sketched out. It really is.
Listen, I got the wife on the right of me.
There we go.
Yeah. Just promise me you're not going to go.
Right.
Well, tell old girl, don't gas it up to 90. She might want to roll at about 55 up there.
Oh, yeah. That's a scary one.
Listen, Paul, I may see you on Saturday, my friends, but from time to time, when you're promoting various things or appearances or new stuff at the restaurant / museum / Orange County Choppers here in Pinellas County. Give us a call, my friend. We'd love to have you on.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a little bit of sneak preview right now. So Thursday at the shop, at the restaurant, there's going to be a meeting, and it'll be me, Jesse, Billy Lane, Discovery, A&E, and a room full of investors on the new show, Bike Outlaw.
Oh,
wow. Now, is it going to be, will Bike Outlaw be shot down here?
Outlaw TV. I'm sorry. It's Outlaw TV. My bad. It'll be shot.
By the way, guess what? And guess who corrected you right now? Say
you
it.
Don't miss nothing.
No, bitch. I don't miss nothing, Paul Tuttle. I heard an old girl come in, slide in with the right stats. She's right again, and you're wrong. You got to take an L on that one too, Paul. So listen, so you're saying you're working now? Is that Jesse James that you're talking about?
What's that, bro?
When you were talking about Jesse, you said Jesse and a bunch of TV execs and you are all meeting down at the shop. And
yeah,
is that I was wanting to know what Jesse that is.
Jesse James.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
See, I didn't know, and you know what? And the thing about it, Paul, is I was afraid to ask because you intimidate me a little bit. I was afraid to ask when I had you in studio if you and Jesse had a good working relationship, because you two are you're the absolute Mount Rushmore of guys that build motorcycles.
What's funny is that all through the years, and it's been many years, and back 20 years ago, it was, there was a lot of bike shops and everybody was competitive. And,
right.
Jesse was the man, he did the first show. Everybody wanted to be Jesse,
Right.
But all through those, and there was always Jesse this, Jesse that, he screwed this guy, he did this, he did that. And I never had anything bad to say about Jesse, because I figured I don't know the guy personally, so why should I say bad things about him, because everybody else does.
And you're old, and you're old school. You usually judge a dude for what based on the interaction you have with him.
Exactly. And so through, everybody's older now. Everybody's established who they are, and we have a great relationship where you really respect each other. And it was a combination. It wasn't just me saying, "Hey, let's go do a show." It was a collaboration of Billy Lane, me, and Jesse, and he kind of. I think we both had the same thing in mind. Let's do a TV show because again, I think that our
well, hold on. Let's do a TV show because let me fill in the blank for you, buddy. Let's do a TV show because we're both about the biggest in this arena of building bikes. You and I are 1 and 2, 2 and 1 respectfully. We both have huge followings and great brands, and so let's bring us two together. Can you imagine your crowd, his crowd? Now you guys are working on bikes together with your personality and his personality. I think that's that's the best of both. That's the best of both worlds. I think that's going to be huge.
Do you know who Billy Lane is?
I'm not really familiar with him.
Choppers, right, in Miami?
Choppers Inc.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a really well-known bike guy. He did some TV, not as much as we did, but he's a pretty popular guy. But it'll be the three of us.
Oh man, I can't wait for one of them to get a little lippy with you, and you start doing some push-ups to get pumped up for the fight. Hey, they need to let me executive produce that because I'd start all these inner battles between all of you, and we wouldn't get any bikes built. But boy, we'd be mad as hell at each other. Hey, Paul, tell your wife thank you for being the best sidekick because she filled you in on a couple things. Thank God for her. Tell her she has to ride outside on the bridge, but not any faster than 60, and she's a hell of a woman.
And so the next time I come on your show, I'm going to bring her with me.
Please do. Love to have her. Don't bring that Mexican sidekick. Bring your hot wife. Nice. Yeah, don't bring the Mexican sidekick. Bring mama. That's how we're working. Hey, Paul. Good. I'll be talking to you soon, my friend, and I'll continue to promote the Bike Fest and the big bike ride at 9:00 on Saturday at Orange County Choppers, right on 49th Street there. What a nice facility. Oh, my God. Even if you just go there and have lunch today. Oh, my God. It's great.
Nice.
Paul, good talking to you, my friend. I look forward to being your buddy, and I look forward to keep talking to you.
Well, I appreciate letting me on the station here, and everybody, your staff, all the people that I met there are just great people. So, you're only as good as the people around you. So you got a good crew there, bro.
Appreciate it, my friend, and good luck. And tell Mama we said hi, and I'll be talking to you soon, Paul.
You got it, brother.
Bye, buddy. Thank you, buddy. What a great guy. Oh, yeah. Let me go to words, and then we'll do Alex.
Yep.
Perfect.
Experience the myth behind the madness.
I just live in a world of urine and pancakes,
More the Bubba the Love Sponge show after these words.
Shannon Brooks says Billy Lane is the shit. He invented the hubless wheel.
A hubless wheel?
All right, so just think about this, man. If you're Billy, if you're fucking this guy, what's his name?
Billy Lane?
And you got Jesse James and Paul Tuttle putting you over.
Oh, yeah.
And you're over. I mean, those three brands,
It should be a good show. Especially if you're like watching.
you're good. I'm all good for you, buddy.
I was making sure you're not reading the stories, but we're ready for them.
Yeah, I sent the link to him. But Stein, I guess, had that. You remember that chick that got kicked off the plane and she was kind of hot? Saying,
yeah.
He had her on last night and just fretted over her.
That motherfucker right there.
Yeah.
Not real.
He proposed to her. He was just, he said she was
I could
hot.
probably bring her up over here. I could probably bring her
a
up.
picture of her?
What?
Yeah, probably.
Right here, I think I could.
I can bring it up in the back. Just send me the picture. I'll bring it up in the back.
Bring a picture of her? Okay.
Oh, and send it to me?
I'll put it up on the feed.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That way we don't piss them off.
Send it to Mach, and then when we talk about it, Mach will flash it.
Tiffany Gomez. Need to Everybody. I need to run out. Damn it. Why don't you send it to your computer?
I'll rework on it.
Oh. I'm a junior here.
Okay, cool.
So we'll have.
That's awesome.
And Wayne and Wayne.
Yeah.
So they're all. I got them all one. So, you know.
Down the road, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's good. I got a Ford. You got a Ford.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's look at the difference in when I called and then when you first got there, what they were trying to fucking.
Yeah.
And so I got them, and they're not gonna. Yeah. They're. You and I maybe one day for lunch we'll go down there and give them to them.
Okay, that sounds good.
We're going.
Sorry.
I'm like Marshall now. Hold on.
Oh man, I can't see. Oh, there you go. Make you bigger.
Make sure you can hear you.
Like Marshall man.
How's that Fit Crunch? Is that the wafer kind?
Nobody can even see my bicep.
I can.
Nobody can.
I'm wearing sleeves today. I don't know where sleeves.
I was doing a bike shot and nobody.
Here, Bubs, one more time. Looking good.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Looking great.
Quit fucking looking at me.
You literally said, "Look at my bicep."
No, visually.
Well,
I mean,
we can't see.
Electronic. What is that? Where is that?
Volcano eruption. Or like in Sweden or some shit.
A possible volcano.
Iceland. Where Bjork's from.
Yo, can you hear me, Bubba?
Yo.
Yes. Yes.
Yo. Yeah, I'm looking now.
You know, Lummy still has not got me this thing that I'm supposed to be in, this group.
Yeah, because you have to get the podcast thing you set up, you said.
What?
You said you had to get the podcast studio set up.
Oh. No, but Alex said I was supposed to be involved in this. Like, I saw Stuttering John. Somebody reached out and Stuttering John said,
Universe, what is it called?
Stuttering John said, I want Bubba to interview me.
Yeah.
What? Are we live? Can you hear me?
No, not yet. We're 43 seconds. We can talk and stuff, but we're not on the air.
No, the dabble version is you start talking about people.
No.
What's?
I'll get him on the show. He's been texting me like crazy the last few days since him and I made up.
Yeah, but like, if I have him on my show, then people will tear it apart, and that's what I'm supposed to do, right?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, or you just have them on, and they'll.
Yeah, but will they hate me, or will they like me that I got them on?
Only one way to find out.
Well, no.
Well, now I don't want to do it.
Alex is dropping the ball because Alex said he was going to write you questions.
Hold on, let me 8 seconds out. Don't forget that thought, okay?
Oh.
Make sure you tattletale on Alex. Hold on, stand by.
I apologize for interrupting your regular program.
Yo, power pick. Oh.
Should hit these
with everything we got, sir.
Living vicariously
through his bizarre world.
Imagine how much protein's in my body.
This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Lummy, we've had 2 guests today, and I'm not behind.
No.
I'm break 6. I mean, please. That's why I'm the man, and I need to be on this. What's this?
Dabbleverse?
I need to be on Dabbleverse immediately. Whatever the hell that means.
Listen, I'm up on all of that stuff. We're waiting on Stein here. I mean, I watch, now Stein's got a little heat with Bob Levy. He's trying to get all this different heat. And Shuey, now
Let me just tell you this, Stein. Don't you ever, we're friends. Like, you and I are friends, so don't treat me like I'm some pod bitch that you haven't breaking bread with and lived at his house. And like you and I are, no, hold on, buddy. Let me finish. Don't ever turn on me and try to get heat on me, because we're friends. We're like real friends. You know that.
1,000% are we real friends?
And when you start going on, like, no more Roseanne mess ups, okay? Like, where you're putting me in a bad light.
Okay,
you know.
We already clarified that months ago. I've not.
And at the end of the day, man, I showed you what kind of friend I was when I went to your boxing match, bitch. I took over. I took over.
Yes, you did. But there's nowhere you can go.
I took over, and I made sure they were fixing to screw you. They were.
Yes, 1,000%. But wait, I want to go back to the Dabbleverse real quick. First of all, so I have heat with Shuley, but this is.
Don't you ever get heat with me, ever?
No, but this is inside baseball.
You're my friend.
1,000%, even more than the radio gimmick and all this. We're friends.
Exactly.
But this is what I'm saying. Bob Levy was critical of my fight, so I went on his podcast. I know, but what I'm saying is I called him out because he's still snorting a bunch of coke and doing a bunch of crazy stuff.
Bob Levy. Yeah. Bob Levy's my friend. Bob Levy's my friend.
Well, I was friends with Bob too, but then he started talking a little smack about me. And
maybe I should have him on and say, "Listen, what's your problem with my friend Alex? He's my friend."
You should have Bob on, but this is one thing. So after we got in this argument,
let me book Bob immediately.
Bob's booked.
All right.
Well, let me finish my thought real quick before I forget. It's real quick. Shuley and I are texting, and I'm like, hey, Shuley, the yada yada Dabbleverse, I'll come back on, because I was going to come back on the show and then watch the fight with them and then comment. But then all of a sudden they didn't want to have me back on. And I'm kind of like, that's kind of weird. And I noticed the last text message that I sent to Shuley, I said, hey, I want to get you connected with Bubba again. I think it'd be really good if you talk to Bubba about the Dabbleverse. I just think it'd get a lot of clicks. And he ignored me, left me on red, which I thought that's weird. So do you have heat with Shuley? That's kind of the impression I got.
I think so.
Didn't you say some choice words about him?
Yeah, but then
we had some heat with Shuley, but it got like half-ass resolved.
Yeah,
like,
but then Bubba's.
I ain't got no problems with Shuley.
Bubba, you said you text him after and everything was good.
Yeah, that's what
Didn't
I thought.
You call him nobody.
Oh, did y'all have it? Did y'all have it? Not because I'm telling you,
it was like 3-4 months ago, Alex. There was like a big.
Hold on, first off,
because of you, Alex.
You people are forgetting.
Yeah, it was because it was
Here's the timeline.
You canceled on Bubba. Do Shuley show.
Yeah, here's the timeline. Bubba had heat with Shuley the day that you canceled on us for the Shuley show.
Yes.
A month later,
let's revisit that.
Bubba and Shuley talked, and there was no heat at all. So Bubba and Shuley talked about a month ago and made up.
I see Bubba hitting buttons, so I know something's up. I'm not even saying that there is.
So
heat.
there's only 1 or 2 people he's calling.
I mean,
here.
first off, Stein, you're the one who got all this heat on Bubba from Shuley.
I know. I'm the heater. I'm like the sun. But what I'm saying with Shuley, I got the impression that he like doesn't want to get you involved in the Dabbleverse because he doesn't want people coming after his pie. I'm telling you, Bubba,
exactly.
He's got a nice gig now. He was dead on the vine. He had no viewers. Then he just started.
I can't hear you over the ring.
Shuley, it's Bubba. We're live. How you doing, bud?
How'd you get this number?
Shuley, Shuley, this is Bubba.
I think
Hi, Bubba.
evil.
I love you. How are you, buddy?
I love you too, buddy. Like I got Stein on, and he's trying to be like saying that you and I got heat, and I'm like, I ain't got no heat with Shuley one bit. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be a little bitch and like I'm just gonna call my boy up and just say, hey, bud, are we good or not?
Hey, we're better than we've ever been, brother. And Stein's a heat barnacle. He's just trying to attach himself to some heat, dog.
Yeah.
Don't fall for it.
I'm not. See, hold on. I didn't fall for it. Yep. I didn't fall for Shuley hates you, Bubba. I said, screw that bitch. I'm calling my little man up, my little yarmulke wearing little Jewish man up myself. Straight from
Hunt.
What the
fuck's that supposed to mean?
What is that supposed to mean?
Hold on. No, I mean, Shuley by is littler than me. He's littler a person than me.
Whoa. I mean, if we're talking width,
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely. We're talking about size, like waistline,
circumference.
We're not talking about status within any certain community. We're just talking about pure girth. I'm fatter than you are. I'm a bigger dude than you are.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But you can really ask.
I mean, you're the finest of a Huntsville, Alabama white trash, and I'm the finest of Indiana white trash. And I love you. I love the hell out of you. Never had a problem with you. Never will. Ever.
Well,
I love you too, Bubba, and the same goes for me and all the crew here at the BS show. We are live. We love the Bubba, and
so now, Shuli, hold on. Shuli, you know a lot about me. You know my broadcast career. We were together with Howard, and so there was about 4, 5, 6 years we were together, but like within the same universe, nonetheless. And so Alex wants me to get involved in this what's it called?
Dabbleverse.
The Dabbleverse.
Yeah, he wants me to do this Dabbleverse. And so Stein is like a used car salesman. You don't know what you're getting from that guy at any time. And so what I'm thinking is like, maybe you would shoot me straight on what is the Dabbleverse and what should I be doing in it? And I'm like, are people in the Dabbleverse going to hate me? And why should I do something if people automatically hate me? And somebody said I need to interview Stuttering John.
Oh, and Bob Levy's there too, Bubba. So you can ask Bob Levy
hold on. First of all, me and Bob Levy ain't got no heat. I love Bob Levy.
Bob and I have heat. Bob.
I don't care about you and Bob's heat. I don't have any heat with Shuli or Bob.
Nice try, Alex. Swing and a miss.
Shuli, I'm trying to get him ingratiated in the Dabbleverse.
So Shuli, shut up, Alex. Shuli, do I need to do the Dabbleverse? Is maybe Alex is right in the fact that I need to do this here Dabbleverse. I wanted to know your opinion on it.
Well, first of all, the sentence "maybe Alex is right." That's the first time I'm hearing that in my life. Second, you should get involved with the Dabbleverse. But you know what? In all fairness, let's talk and let's set something up between us, because if you're going to go to the Dabbleverse, you got to start on the penthouse floor with us, baby.
Well, now, see, hold on. But I will tell you this, Shuli, as much as you hate Stein, that no good used car salesman, bail bondsman, mother effer, as much as you hate him.
Just putting me
so
over,
hold on. Would you shut up,
that.
Alex? You haven't let me finish my sentence now, have you?
Excuse me,
yeah, this ain't a town hall meeting,
no,
Alex.
Exactly. So hold on, that was actually a pretty good one.
Shuli, you're not tall enough to speak at Plano City
Shut up.
Council. There's a high
So Alex, hold on, but Shuli, I will tell this. I'll give Alex some credit. I really do, because when he was talking to me about the Dabbleverse, just off, no shtick, no, we're not on the air, we're just private. He did say, hey, listen, if you're gonna do the Dabbleverse, you got to get a hold of Shuli, because he's kind of the main dude there. He will kind of navigate you on what you need to do. Call Shuli. So that's what he did say privately.
No, and he's right. That for once he didn't lie. I'm happy to hear that. And we definitely should set something up, Bubba. I want to give you a crash course, Dabbleverse 101. Let's figure out a multicast. Let's put this together. Let's bring Bubba to school. The
Dabbleverse. I'm not trying to pound my chest or be boastful or narcissistic, but I got to think that the Dabbleverse is probably pretty cool with the fact that they're getting talked about on my syndicated, terrestrial radio show and with my followers. And here I am asking questions about this Dabbleverse but in the same time, as I ask questions, I'm putting it over and, getting it out to the masses. So I hope that the Dabbleverse would appreciate that. Or are they a bunch of like Stern Fan Network pricks and they just are negative about everything and I'm automatically going to suck because Alex Steins is my friend?
Yeah, no, it's the latter. No matter what you do, they'll hate you. But it's a fun ride.
It's kind of like they're kind of like the Juggalos. Like the Juggalos are cool as hell, but they still may throw some Faygo on you. But they really like you deep down. But you're gonna get pelted with Faygo nonetheless.
Yeah, they don't shoot bottle rockets at you in the Dabbleverse. They just dox you. So
I don't want
personal information at you.
Yeah, that's not cool. I'm a Hogan sex tape and all that.
They're gonna dox you. They're gonna Hogan sex tape.
Oh, listen, dear Dabbleverse, dear Dabbleverse, I come bearing gifts. Look at me. I'm now in your little space. I brought Alex and Shuli together. Who can say that their first time dabbling in the Dabbleverse is to get these two arch nemesis together?
Well, and then let me tell you this. Even Shuli has a show with Bob and Mike Morse, who is a writer for Howard. He wrote some
they're on right now.
I'm just saying, they even like Silent Mike Morse, so nobody even knows who he is, all because he was connected to the Howard Stern show. So you'll be like a king in the Dabbleverse. because you actually worked with Howard. He was actually at your wedding.
Shuley worked with Howard too.
Shuley's VIP in the Dabbleverse because
maybe
like
I can be like maybe I can be just below Shuley. Okay,
you could arguably be above Shuley if you really got it in it.
But see, I'm not arrogant enough to think that I even want to be above Shuley. I just want to be on Shuley's same level if that's possible. Maybe.
Well, Shuley runs a Dabbleverse. There's no doubt.
So Shuley, maybe I can start out.
Though.
Maybe I can start out like maybe your probate for like 5 or 6 months on the Dabbleverse, and then you can knight me into being the level of Shuliness, maybe.
Yeah, we have an internship program here, Bubba. I can talk to you about that.
40-year radio veteran has to go be a goddamn intern.
Trust me. And
I love you, Bubba. Let's set.
But before you go, Shuley, and JD and all those people who watch all of this Stuttering John Dabbleverse stuff. That's one thing, Bubba. Trust me, Howard and them at Sirius, they are very aware of the Dabbleverse.
Let's not worry about what they watch, and let's do a good show. Let's not be a bunch of little sellout
all right,
bitches.
I agree.
Yeah.
Alex, can I ask you something real quick?
Yes,
and be honest.
Shuley.
Be honest. Oh, he hung up.
Yeah.
Did I just get Dabbleversed?
That was his joke. Oh my gosh, can I ask you? Oh, and then he probably asked a question and then says, "I want to answer it" or something. Those guys are sneaky as hell. They're always trying
but that's what makes them. Is like Bob Levy. He's a sneaky, shady son of a bitch. But that's what makes him Bob Levy.
I think he was just reading his chat.
And I like that. I like them. I mean, I'm just saying, if I want to create a little heat with him, I'll create a little heat.
Well, there you go. He said, he said that I don't know about you and him, but him and I are cool. Him and I are cool as hell.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, and that's good. I want that to happen. I want you to be.
Now we don't have. Now there's no misconception as to me and Shuley's relationship. We're buds. We're boys.
Well, that can change on a dime. I mean,
that's the whole thing with Dabbleverse, Bubba. Is it's all cheap heat with all people. Everyone fights with each other, and then they all become friends. And
they can fight with me all day.
Hold on,
they can fight with me all they want. I just don't. I'm not going to engage back.
No, that's what you have to, because then you get.
You kind of have to engage a little.
Bubba, you have to engage, because that's where the trolls come in, and then the trolls are the ones who send you super chats that you have to read, or you don't get super chats, and then your whole.
It's a
thing
very
falls
slippery
apart.
slope, Bubba. Like I don't think Alex is making clear just the amount of work that you're going to have to do to successfully keep up with this.
Well, Red, yes. I mean, let's not act like it's that much more work, but I'm just saying.
Let's be honest.
Well, it just needs to be a little part of your content.
Are you setting me up for failure?
No, I'm saying I love your food reviews, Bubba. I'm saying this is like that type of deal. It's not a. It's not
maybe like a couple times a week we could make it a segment within the show, or we go look at make it see. Maybe it's actually something good, and then I got to think the Dabbleverse will be like, holy crap, Bubba the Love Sponge, who's syndicated in 6 different markets and got 100,000. Now see, probably don't have as many subscribers as Shuley does.
No, you do. You have more than he does.
10 times the amount of subscribers as anyone in the Dabbleverse has.
But hold on, the Dabbleverse should really be sucking your D, Alex, because you got some pretty big numbers on social media.
But the Dabbleverse is people dabbling in it, and they don't like the big. That's why they hate on John, because all John does is talk about his resume.
Oh, okay.
I was on Stern
They're gonna hate me.
I was on Tonight Show.
I was a radio guy. I wrote for all these shows. I got writing credits on Saturday Night Live.
But hold on, man. I am that guy, and I'm still doing it. Like, I don't have to rest on past accolades. I'm still on radio, still doing it, still relevant.
This should be an easy gimmick that you could do, or bit, where you react to old. I mean, I think you've already done this on your channel, but you would react to an old classic Howard Stern bit that's on YouTube, maybe where you were in the studio.
And then we'll get that video banned on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because Howard copyright strikes everything.
We'll just do the audio only version of it, and then maybe speed up the audio like 1.1%.
What about us just talking about the Dabble? What are the people in the Dabbleverse talking about? What do we talk about that?
Honestly, you know what I really think it should start with? We talked about a week ago getting John on the show, and I still think that's a good idea. Okay. I think you should get Stuttering John on the show maybe this week or next, and ask him why he canceled his stand-up comedy show in March.
Yeah. Dip your toe in, Bubba.
Because he canceled it yesterday.
Yeah.
And people were making bets. People were making bets that he was going to cancel
it. Book that.
I will.
And now, Alex, is that on the main show or is that on an after show?
I mean, either or, as long as it's on YouTube. YouTube's the landing page.
I'd go after show.
We do an after show, so do like a 1040, Stuttering John interview. And then have some questions that probably you and Shuley help write me.
Yes,
and I legitimately do because John doesn't know I'm trying to do anything sneaky or nothing. And then I just get into some kind of some sneaky questions a little bit.
You don't even need to be really sneaky. You can be totally out in the open. They're like it's like with Shuli. I really don't hate Shuli. I don't think he really hates me. But we just
plus you guys are fellow Jews. I mean, you guys can't.
Well, that's what I'm. Well, I mean, I'm
deep
just
down,
saying,
you're deep down from the motherland. Come on now.
Fine,
deep down, yeah. I mean, we have.
Why do you
similar
guys say it
support.
like that?
Because you are too. Deep down, you're from the motherland.
Are you signed?
No, I don't know.
I have a little bit. I have a little bit in me. I actually am more Cherokee.
You're kind of
Native
a more
American,
watered down Jew. Anna's like
I'm the real deal.
I know. It's
she's running she's 100J. I mean, she's
having matzo ball soup for breakfast.
Yeah.
I know, and I love that.
She's full J.
Wipe my ass with matzah.
I mean, she can even trump people that are very, very, very religious when it comes to being Jews. They really, really, really are very.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's be very careful what we say on.
I got it. Shut up! Don't
Jews?
tell me how I can dance around the Jew bush. I know exactly what to do. What I'm saying is, there could be there's some Jewish people here that are very, very Jewish. They very much are into the religion. They practice.
There's no Jewish people in Florida. There's no Jewish.
But you quit interrupting me. God. You can have the most Jewish religious person there is, right? But chances are 95% of them weren't born in Israel.
Yes.
My Jew was born up in Israel.
My Jew, VIP.
Your Jew
needs ID.
I'm sorry. Your Jew is from Michigan. My Jew is from Israel. Bitch, about to get mine.
That's authentic. That's as fully
I got
authentic
as authentic of a Jewish person as you can.
I feel like an exotic animal. Yes.
You are.
Thank you.
You are.
So anyway, Alex, I've been seeing. We got plenty of time because I was so irresponsible at the breaks today.
Who are you?
I don't know who I am.
Killing it.
And I did miss the gym today, though, but I didn't miss it yesterday.
Doesn't look like it.
When is BARP, Bubba? Because I'm trying to plan
January
my
13th.
Bitch, you better, because rooms at the Clem Inn are quickly filling up.
No, I know, but I'm a pimp on a blimp. I can always go to that. Hampton Inn. I mean, I don't want to go there. I'm just saying.
Right.
I got Motel 8 money.
I got to think that you probably would want to come in for. We do Bubba 199 on a Friday, and then Saturday is the big festivity. So I'm thinking you either fly in Saturday or you fly in Friday night. One of the two.
I did a 2-piece last year. I did Friday and Saturday.
Then let's do it. Then do that. Yeah. Then do that.
What hot bitches are you bringing?
Yeah, are you bringing pay-per-view so she can show her area?
I'm bringing multiple women. So
hold on. Why don't you bring the bitch that you fretted over last night on your show? My God.
Tiffany Gomez.
Yeah, you went crazy over her.
I know. I proposed to her. I smelled her feet. I did a bunch of weird stuff.
Was she actually in studio?
Yeah, and that was her. She was spooked though. I started I started asking about 9/11. That spooked her. I made some jokes about fentanyl. That spooked her. I did a fake.
She from California?
No, she's from Azle, Texas, a small town outside of Fort Worth.
Really?
Right.
I mean, isn't she got a huge Instagram though? Isn't her Instagram huge?
She's got huge boobs, huge butt, huge Instagram.
What's her Insta numbers?
It's good, few 100,000. But her Twitter, she's at like 140,000, but she gets great engagement. Everybody's clicking it, so she's like a cult phenomenon
too. Yeah,
and she's very pretty. Like she's very pretty. I mean, I'll be honest with her. With you though, she's like the crazy plane lady, and she's trying to rebrand. She works in marketing, so she's taking herself a little seriously. But she came on my show, which is great. I'm just saying.
But she's trying to like take this one moment and make it way more of a deal than it really was.
Her picture's up now.
Where's it at?
I think it's on our screen.
I'm looking at our screen. I can't see. All I see is Alex Stein.
What I'm saying is she gets really mad being called a crazy plane lady. And I'm kind of like, who cares? Just small stuff like that.
I see. Okay.
But other than that, she's a great sport. I'm just saying she's always going to be probably the crazy plane lady.
She is hot as hell.
She is.
Oh, my Lord.
And I can tell that bugged her, which is fine.
You mean her being hot as hell and you fretting over her made you a little uncomfortable?
Yeah, and then I talked about consummating our engagement, and then I gave her a bachelor party. I had a stripper dance for her, and we did a lot of stuff.
That's a little creepy, bud. I mean, I'm just saying you're my friend and all. That's a little. It's a little creepy.
I wore a cowboy hat, JBL style. I mean,
is she currently like with a dude?
No, she's single, ready to mingle.
Oh man,
how old is she? Did you say that?
How old is she,
single.
Alex?
Single, ready to mingle.
How old?
Oh, she's 37 years old.
Right. Okay. So she's prime for the pick, and 37. That means she's starting to get a little freaked out in the head that she's not married, no kids. Like
she's a little freaked out. She's yelling at people on an airplane.
Yeah.
Bless.
Now you sized her up. Do you think she'd just be an absolute wildcat in bed?
Yeah, 100%, 1,000%.
Like just a straight freak. Like you're giving it to her and she's looking back and saying, "That's all you got, Big Daddy."
Well, like she's kind of shy in person and a freak. What is it? A lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets.
Right. And you can just see that by interviewing her. You look very congested, very.
I'm sick.
It looks like you've been doing rails of cocaine all night long.
No, I haven't. I got to go.
Hold on. You've been hanging out with Hank. You and cocaine Hank.
No, do not put that on me. Hank's a hell of a young man.
Hank is an addict. He is all in, man.
He's recovering. He's in recovery. So let's
is he? Because he needs help, man. I mean, he really if you say he has trigger words like coke, Adderall,
cigarette, cigarette.
Oh yeah,
that's a trigger word for. Oh, you got a cigarette? No,
joint. Just in.
Remember, he was rolling. He's always rolling.
Yeah, he's in my apartment rolling. And I'm like, listen, dude, you're gonna have to go outside. You can't smoke that in here. He's like, then he starts. Then he's kind of trying to undercoverly hit his vape pen, and I'm like, dude, don't vape it.
He was vaping the whole time.
God dang. Now let's get real quick. I don't have much time, but let's get to the fight. I've seen a lot of controversy on people saying you didn't win the fight, blah, blah, blah. But I also have, as many people that are being dicks about it, I've seen people that are calm and collected, and they actually broke the rounds down and said, listen, Alex won one. It was probably 2 might have been a draw, but you maybe lean it towards Alex, okay? And then 3 didn't matter if you lean 2 towards Alex, and you clearly beat him in 3. So you're either 3-0 or 2-1 and I've seen a lot of people tweet that on your Twitter and things like that. Just people that aren't trying to get attention saying that you're a fraud and you got beat and all this kind of stuff. And Harrington's a little dick too. You know what? If I was you, I'd challenge Harrington to a rematch in a month. And have you come
just crush him? No,
and have you list maybe have Rob Kahn train you for a little bit, and you spend you come down here for a whole week and really spar. You will pummel. First of all, if you look at that guy, he can't get much better than what you see. He's soft. He can't grow 3 inches. Meanwhile, you can get from the fighter that they saw, you can get so much better.
Well, that
just in a month, you could just really get better.
Well, I'm going to the gym after this. I'm supposed to fight a guy from my opposing gym. Some 250 pounds.
Be
short
careful.
guy.
Be careful with that. As soon as you get caught, then you got one on you. You can't market yourself as undefeated, buddy.
I know it's going to be.
Don't get caught, bitch.
Well, I haven't agreed 100% to the fight, but I'm training. I trained Monday. I'm going today. I'm going to go Friday.
Would it be televised? Would it be pay-per-view? Would it be available for people to see, or is it just going to be an urban lore kind of deal?
No, it's not going to be a smoker. It'll be live streamed. It'll be on the internet. So and the guy's supposedly out of shape.
Unless you can just pummel him. Don't take it, bud.
I agree. So I haven't 100% agreed.
Have you met the guy? Have you met the guy yet?
No. That's the thing is I haven't got any footage. So everybody at the gym's you're going to kill him. You're going to kill him.
No. So here's what you do. Listen, bud. Listen to your friend. Just spar with him one time. Untelevised, no cameras. Put the headgear on and spar. And if you spar with a guy, you can tell whether you can. If you spar with a guy for 3 rounds, you'd be able to tell. Oh man, I got this guy.
Well, and just watching that fight over, I learned so much because I never sparred that hard. So now I know in the future fights, when I have somebody, stay on them. Don't, I was kind of in the sparring mindset, some of that fight when I would get in the ropes. And my mind, when they're sparring, you're trying to get off, but I should have stayed on a few other times. But regardless, I want to fight Mike Harrington again. And next time he fights me, I'm going to be a totally different fighter because
hold on. Here's the difference.
Match.
The next time you fight Mike Harrington, it won't be a decision. It'll be a knockout.
It'll be a knockout.
You will knock him out by the 2nd round.
Yes,
Period.
I'm taking him out.
He can't get bigger. He can't get that much skinnier. That's probably about the best it is for Mike Harrington, so he can work on some skill set. You're big, and your skill set sucked, and you still won. And so if we spent some time with you, man, you would be a machine. You'd kill him.
I agree. I got to get because my punches, I was, just throwing them crazy. I'm trying to get better, but
if you train with me, every other day would be a full-blown spar.
Exactly. And that's what I need to do because like I said, for 2 months I sparred.
And you get caught. Like you literally get caught. You get knocked the out at like literally you get caught.
Well, that's why I know now when I watch back, anytime he ever got a shot is when my hands were down. So now I know. I'm saying in my next fight, I'm going to fight way different, a lot better. I have no doubt about it.
Next fight's going to be with Lummy. Lummy's going to kill you.
Oh, gosh. I don't want to fight
You would
Lummy.
never fight Lummy. Lummy's, even though Lummy's soft, he's just physically so big. He's
so big. That's what I'm saying. I have to fight a lesser physical person.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fight a
like
bigger
Lummy
physical.
is just he can lift he's like a tank. Like a
no, I know he's very
literally
strong.
you get caught.
I think you already said that.
Well, that's why I know.
And he's like a mountain. He's a mountain of a man.
Never fight Lummy,
he maybe couldn't bench press 550 pounds, but he'll pick up a big 400-pound log and put it in the back of his truck.
Especially if you tell him to.
Yeah, he has that autistic strength. Yeah,
I'd feel bad for hurting Stein.
Yeah, Lummy be like, I don't want to. I'd be in Lummy's corner, be like, Lummy, quit being a pussy. Like, I don't want to hit him so hard. He's my friend. I like him.
Lummy and I, we can go in basketball. We can go in a less contact sport. We got to do some pass rush drill. I will do pass rush drill, Lummy, with your
Let me kill you.
Oh my gosh, that's not now because I could get underneath him and I just rip and pull.
That's what we'll do. I'll be the quarterback. And when Lummy will be my left tackle, you'll be the right defensive end, and we'll do pass rusher drill.
There we go.
And Lummy, the win,
100%.
the win. Hold on, and I even know how they do it, but it's 3.5 seconds.
Yeah,
that's
I'm gonna.
Lummy,
if you
can keep him, and I go back and stand in the same position if I was in a pocket, and Lummy, if you can keep him off of me without touching me for 3.5 seconds, then the win goes to you. We go 10 rounds.
There we go.
We do 10 rounds.
Yeah,
we can do 10 rounds. Yeah, I'm down. I'll put the helmet. I'll put all the knee pads.
Hold on. We'll do 11, so there can't be a tie. What if there's a 5-5 tie? We'll do 11 rounds,
or 9, maybe that might, or whatever. We'll figure it out.
9 or 11. Yeah. And it's we got Anna with the little stopwatch or whoever that resets it, and at 3.5 she blows a whistle, and if you've touched me, just touched me within that 3.5 seconds, the round goes to you.
And then do we want to switch it though, where he can pass rush me because I can block as well?
Oh, hell yeah!
That's
double part
we can
series.
Do it both ways. Yeah, we can.
Alex Stein on offense and defense.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what because I'm going to get in here.
He'll kill you. He'll kill you on both.
You won't on that. I'm going to get you right in there.
He will kill you on both. Yeah. It'll be 6-0 on both.
I'm gonna be going around him like Javon Curse, smacking your ass. Oh, I don't know if you can say that. ASS.
All right, listen, we're short on time. You think that chick will ever go back on your show again?
I doubt it. Actually, no, she said she would. Did
you get her personal phone number?
I got everything. Everything. And everybody's asking me for a number, and I mean maybe you could get it, but
no, I don't want
else,
it.
No.
I don't want it. How about you send her a D shot, like really fluff it up nice?
No, we're not doing a D. No fluffing. No, none of that.
How about bringing who are you bringing to BARP? Her or pay-per-view?
Probably Gomez, but a BARP, we are setting it up. So let me start collecting football gear. I need a size XL Rydell helmet, airsoft.
There's no helmet. There's no helmet.
Oh, there's a helmet. We're doing helmet shoulder pad. I know where to get it.
Okay, helmet, shoulder. No shoulder pads, just helmets.
No, see, Stein needs that advantage of a shoulder pad.
I need the shell in the helmet so I can grab onto something. I think
we'll get them. I'll get them.
So we can go to a thrift store and get a helmet.
We'll get them. We'll get them. Shoulder pads and helmet with shorts. And
shorts, yeah.
And cleats.
Yeah.
I got cleats.
And we'll go right down there on Memorial where that really nice place is.
Yeah,
we'll do it right there.
Yep. Perfect.
All right, Alex.
We just need a whistle and a football.
We'll do that. Maybe we'll do that BARP weekend.
I agree. I'm ready to go.
You know what? We do it, Lummy. We do it at noon on Saturday because the party doesn't open up till 7:30. So at noon on Saturday of BARP, we'll do it. It'll take us 30 minutes to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Lummy, it'll take us exactly 12 plays for you to win both offensively and defensively.
Exactly. And Stein will be a little bitch.
Have a blown out
You're going to be a
ACL
little
for
bitch.
I'm gonna get underneath you.
You're going to have
fast,
a blown out ACL for Bart, bitch. You're going to be on crutches.
Put you on the IR.
You're going to be on crutches for Bart,
perfect
bitch.
hamstrings. I'm gonna be
All right.
carrying you all over that field.
We
All
got to
right.
go. Love you. Bye. See ya.
You know, that seemed like a good idea at the time.
Shut up!
More of the Bubba the Love Sponge show after these words.
Promised me that he could not even come close to fucking.
No,
Not
he's
even
like a little fucking.
Lizzo.
No, I mean, I mean, I really had to pump you the fuck up. You'd really have to get fucking.
Yeah, he's.
Pump me up, bye.
I mean, like, you know, he's gonna try to come in with this fucking swim shit and all this bullshit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep my distance.
You use your advantage.
Well, it's just us now. Yep, sick. Oh, good morning, Silly Redneck. What do I have to pitch? A baseball? I could throw something lighter. That would be ideal. Morning, Cracker Chris. Big, longer. Hey! Big boy.
What?
Hi.
Anna, fucking bitch.
Bubba, fucking amazing boss.
Shut
Thank you
the
so
fuck.
much.
You're so predictable.
I know.
Only nice when you know you're in trouble. That's it.
I know, right? It's better than being mean when I'm in trouble.
True.
Got a baby face. I'm trying to work, Bubba. I'm still learning. I'm still a little grasshopper. Little grasshopper Jones. Oh, thanks, Cracker Chris.
Oh, maybe Lummy
Maybe let me what?
sent me the humping.
Penis pump? I want a motherfucking penis pump.
Because I texted it to him.
I'll believe it.
I meant to save it for tomorrow's show. And we got into, did we get into the title today?
Yes, the fight.
Oh, yeah, we got it. Okay, so good.
We did
got
it.
We got it.
We did it. We're good. You good? You good? I hear a wiener. Tink, tink, tink. The event in Sanford is on Saturday. I believe it's 6 to 10 at Spirits and Barrel and Blend and Barrel. Is that right, Bubba?
Yeah, Power Pack.
Yeah, Blend and Barrel in Sanford. It's 2.5 hours away from here. It's kind of crazy. It's just like a fun event, 4-man deal. It's always a good time. I've always had a good time.
Lummy, did you get BK?
Good morning.
No.
I think
You
somebody
did during the interview, and I didn't. I just.
All right, we'll do them. And then, did you get that video of the hump?
Yeah, it's up on YouTube.
The hump.
Oh, it's on YouTube. Okay. Well, then I'm not going to play it till tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, it's just easier to upload it to YouTube now.
Did you get Sunny Days?
Yes.
Okay. There's my girl Julie Caldwell.
Love her.
My full credit.
Siberia?
Napa Mike.
Yeah, it's 50. Oh, the only one I didn't do yet is BK.
Okay. Which you'll get him. So I gotta say goodbye immediately.
Yeah. Immediately. Huh.
Yeah, Stein can arm wrestle Iggy. You can go crush him.
Let's get down to business.
If you were locked away in an insane asylum,
Maybe it's time you let me get on with my job.
this is what it would sound like.
I don't think that Americans would find that funny.
No, it is not a joke.
We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
As of this very minute, 425 away from 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's going to make us real special, real super cool.
Oh, yeah.
So go to your YouTube. Just go to YouTube. If you've never signed up for YouTube, go sign up for one. All you need is an email. And then once you're all signed up and yippee-yo, it's free, by the way. Just search The Bubba Army. Within that world, hit the notification subscribe deal. That costs nothing. It'll simply tell you when we got new stuff up. Boom. You've helped us. Thank you. I'm doing a podcast literally at about 10 o'clock. Whenever Lummy gets done doing his deal, that'll be available at where we put our podcasting stuff.
Yep.
So it's me telling the story of my rich friend who was blasting a female prisoner while she was still in prison. And Lummy, he's since got a hold of me and asked me maybe not to talk about it.
Well,
but I'm going to talk about it.
There you go.
Lummy and Rhett will then come back live on all of the Pieces, Parts forums and do a sports show, okay? And my podcast will be up today by noon. Other than that, man, we'll see you later.
Deuces.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge.
Co-host and show historian, Lumix.
Co-host, Anna Hummel.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire, of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra, of Council.
Rhett, the Filthy Ginger, video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
And for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.